was looking for it. I was like, that's my shit, boy. I'm gonna be looking at that. I've been just on my little
I have to watch
superhero
it.
kick.
I have never seen it. I'll be honest. I've never seen it.
Oh, that's fine. You get into it now. It's lit. It's lit.
I gotta check it out. We are live.
Yo, they got
Hi, everybody coming through.
This one too.
We are live. Hello, 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 hello. Thanks for coming into today's stream. We ran a little bit behind. That is on me. Technology was not working with me today, as per usual.
They loaded up on OGI and Zom.
And let me get, I'm just making my tweet here really quick. How are you guys doing in the chat while we are getting it in? That phrasing sounds
All right,
not what I meant. I realized as soon
that's where you be setting yourself up. I swear.
Calendar hugs. We get them calendar hugs.
It's been like this since high school. I will tell you, it's been like this since high school, where I would say things and then people would be like, Christine.
Like what?
Like it's happened during lunch. It's my whole life, okay? I genuinely mean the words that I am saying in a sincerity. But then
we know.
Yeah, but see, our minds are not thinking that way.
You know Charlie mind ain't thinking that way.
I just let him go at this point. I just let her talk. Let her talk. Then she just keep going and I'm like, oh my God.
I remember there's some classic ones they used to quote on the channel when we used to stream back in the day. Like, okay, I will say this. I'll start it off with this while I'm making this tweet to let y'all. And then I'm going to have you guys mention things that you meant sincerely, but that were taken the wrong way. So my first time I was like, hey, I'm going to do a 24-hour stream. Charlie's like, ooh. Charlie kept saying, Christine, you should do it. You should do it. If you do it, I'm going to be there with you. I promise. Let's do it. That's the sign. Let's do it. Right? Amping me all the way up to do it. Right? So fine. I'm like, okay, I schedule it. I'm like, all right, let's do this. And then we were playing a game and I was just kind of giving like a warning.
The entire time.
No, that's a lie. But I was like,
I was there.
Either I said this, he wasn't. I either said this in preparation for the stream in a different gameplay or on the live stream where I basically was saying like, just excuse how I'm gonna be because it's 24 hours. I don't know what's gonna happen, right? And I said, this is the comment that I said. I said, yes, you'll remember when I say it possibly. But I was like, listen, I'm gonna be on here for 24 hours. So be prepared that if it's got a hole, I'm sticking my finger in it. All right? That's the statement
I do remember.
What the hell?
Wait.
How do you expect us not to think like,
I meant my nose, right? Or like my ear, or like, if I got something in my teeth. Obviously, that is not how it was received. Okay. Okay. I meant
like, what? The views hiked up to 200, 300, 500. Like,
is this the first version of OnlyFans on YouTube?
Did we miss the hole yet? Did we miss the?
Oh my goodness!
Did you get these holes? Did you get them? No. Okay, we'll be back.
Right? Did you get this one yet? All right, I'm only on good.
Okay, I didn't miss it yet. Okay, that's what. I meant my nose. Like I'm gonna be there for a long time. You might see me put my finger in my nose. That's what I meant. But that is not.
Okay.
That is not how it's received.
Thank you for clarifying. Thank you.
right?
Have any of you guys? All of us. Right? Do you remember a faux pas like that? Like
I say them all the time. I just catch it as I say it, and then when I say it, I'm like, oh shit, wait, pause, and then like, I'm like, don't take it that way, okay?
At the time, I didn't know pause, right? Because we weren't even saying it to each other. They didn't teach me that until like a year or two ago. All right, so this was like 2016.
Christine don't know none of the lingo.
She be saying like she a boomer or something. Like I don't know pause.
I didn't. When they would say pause, I would say fast forward, rewind. I'm like, are we just naming things you do on like a VCR? Like, why is it like? Why are you saying pause? So they had to explain it to me.
No, one thing that did get taken differently. Remember when we were in our tournament, Christine, and we were trying to figure out a name.
Oh, that's fun. That was.
And
fun.
I just wanted to put mine and yours together, and then I ended up with Bang Bang Buddies, and then I realized that as soon as I said it, and I was like, mind, but I already said it on screen. And so everybody was just saying "bang bang buddies," and it just sounded
everybody
so
still be
wrong.
saying it.
So I was like,
That is what they say.
Bang, bang, buddies.
I was like, forget it, man.
Wait, I don't even
Bang,
remember
bang,
the name we decided to go with because all I hear is "bang bang buddies." Like, that's what was the name we chose?
What was it? I don't know. I forgot. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know because I messed up saying "bang bang buddies" and I was like, "Oh shit."
I remember that. To this day, people will tag like if it's we're all here for the love. Hashtag bang bang buddies.
Yup. Hashtag bang bang buddies.
And I was like, isn't that the name we chose? Isn't that what we chose?
Like, no, it's not.
Like, no, we have to change that.
Kay, do you remember like a faux pas or something like that happened to you?
Yeah, it happens a lot still. But like Jazz, I have to say pause when I catch myself saying something like, wait, that's not what I meant, Chad. Because I know, they be like, wait, okay. Usually, like, I don't remember what, like, certain games, like, adventure games where there's, like balls or, like, things, like, being thrown.
This happens to me all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember catching myself saying, like, why are all these balls in my face? And then I was like, wait.
They're relentless. It's like you see the balls. We're all watching this game, okay? This happens to me every time we play Fall Guys, okay? And I'm like, there's so many balls. All these balls hit me in the face. And like, Charlie, here go Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Christine.
I don't even say it anymore. I let it go. I'm like, yep, all right, she's just talking. Never mind.
Don't even be wanting her no more. It's like, all right, whatever.
That's just how it is. That's just how it is. What about you, Dwayne or Charlie? Because I know we've had
me and Charlie be going crazy. We be catching each other all the time.
Charlie be saying it on purpose, though. That's the deal.
Right, on purpose. Yeah, you do.
I be listening to you. I don't even have that many. I be just catching yours.
Like I know, like you guys have interactions where you'll say D will say something and Charlie will be like, oh yeah, what do you say? Tell me like I like to hear it or something like that. Or like talk that like.
Yeah.
We'll be on Overwatch, right? We'll be dead, and then we'll be coming back to try to hurry up, get back to our team. We'd be like, okay, I'm coming. He'd be like, oh, I hear.
I know. I legit be like, oh, I hear that. Like y'all coming back. Like, oh,
no, the way
you're a lie.
I hear
that. You'd be like, I hear that.
Right, with an extra like. Like that's like the added part that.
Look, I just be feeding off y'all.
You do, and you're a stir. But thank you guys so much for coming through to is this episode 11 of our podcast? What? Oh my gosh. Thanks for coming through to our episode of Party Chat Podcast, where we talk about everything. And I like that. We talk about everything. We are mainly focused on gaming and entertainment, as we're doing this WandaVision series right now.
At this point.
Yeah, pop culture
at this point. Yeah.
And this is I want to take a moment to thank you guys because this is legit a dream come true for me doing this. So thank you guys for coming and thank you guys for still, doing this with me. I really appreciate it and I love you guys so much. Okay. All right, so how are you guys since last week, including Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day happened yesterday. But like I want to hear a little bit of if you had romance, what was the romance, or if you had self-love, appropriate self-love, okay, but
my hand looking real my hand looking real muscular this evening.
Let's talk about the self-love, all right?
Oh my god,
I knew the minute I said self-love that like, okay, it was gonna be taken some type of way. Sometimes I catch it. Okay. But Charlie, we'll start with you. What'd you do? How was your week and how was your Valentine's Day?
Same, typical, nothing, gifts, out to eat, nothing special. I'm tired.
Well, that sounds lovely.
Valentine's has never been like really big, like in my book, except like when you first started dating a girl, because at that point, you got to do all this stuff to impress. But after that, we know how this day works. Let's go eat.
So romantic.
You making it sound so unspecial.
That's how it is for us guys. At first, listen, That's how exactly how it is. Our first Valentine's Day when we conversate or whatever. That's when you get all the stops. You get the fucking chocolate. You get the roses.
Yeah, you go all out. But now it's like we do this all the time.
It's like, man, it's like then you realize that this holiday is used for the chocolate company so they can get a boost in sales.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
It's all a conspiracy theory. I'm telling you.
Listen,
there you go.
Listen, let the conspiracies happen. Okay.
The Rose Company and the chocolate company. We need to boost our sales. Let's make Valentine's Day.
That is a
just like,
I'm cool with that. Okay, do what you need to do, marketing companies, to amp this day up. Find more reasons for me to ask my husband to give me chocolate because I love chocolate. I love chocolate. We're not gonna get into that. That got a little.
See, my girl, she's a teacher, so when she used to work inside the building, they just give her like hella stuff, like hella chocolate stuff. So I used to eat all hers because she used to bring like hella stuff home. Like for real, like when she was a team, like when she worked in the building, like she come home with so much stuff every holiday, and it's like basically mine. It's like all the
things she mine.
It's like the Starbucks gift cards because she likes Starbucks, so she keep like those gift cards. But if it's like other stuff, like yep, I take that.
That's commitment. That's commitment because that's essentially when I bring home things. He's calling dibs, okay? My husband, he'll call dibs.
No.
Or like when I get boxes, like when I get loot crates, or like when I would get boxes or anything, like any type of delivery. He's like, what is that, babe? What's in the box? And I'm like, I don't remember. Can I open it? Yeah, go ahead. And he'll go through and he'll be like, I'm taking this. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this. So that's
you don't even like that, like. Right. Yes, I do. But
I hate that ish. Listen, when I tell you, I almost forgot I was live streaming. You know, I was gonna say about the shade, Charlie, the shade that y'all share, okay? But like that whole aspect of him saying, "Oh, you weren't gonna use that. You don't like this." How you gonna tell me I don't like this? It's in this box
No, we know.
He's saying that's so he can get it. That's it. He wants to claim it before you do.
Like, you don't like money? Let me get that gift card.
He's like, what do you really use money for? You don't need it.
Like, no, like that's legit. I feel like the microphone's in my house. He'd be like, you don't even watch this show. Why would you want this? Like,
you don't even like TV. Let me just get that off.
Right, let me go ahead and get that. You don't even like that.
Like, can I have it, please? Can I look at it first? Like what used to happen.
You had this peppermint. I don't want that. You can have that.
Yes. So like the loot crate boxes, when I first would get them, I would take a picture and post on Instagram. So when they would come, he'd be like, "Babe, can I open it?" I'm like, "No, let me take the picture. No, let me just open it. I'm gonna leave the stuff." And then it got to the point where I'd get the box and half the ish is missing. I'm like, "Babe, can you put this stuff
look
back?
Y'all falling off.
So I can at least take a picture." No, because
your husband got it all.
He forgot that with the loot crate, they have a card in there that tells you everything that was in the box.
Yeah. You gotta take that too. Smarten up, man.
No, he was just like taking all the ish. It's a paper. He don't care about the paper. He ain't looking at that. He's looking at all the stuff that's in there.
But that's the evidence, so you gotta take that. That way you won't know. Like,
I to this day, I don't think he knows that was in there. He never looked at that.
He just got a pocket full of stuff lying like, yeah, that's all he said.
No, I would come in his office and it'd be on his desk or something on his bookshelf or like.
They sent you something too.
I'll be like, "Oh, where you get that? That looks nice."
Great. Loot crate.
You said loot crate?
Like, no, that's so crazy. I'll be like, "That's so crazy. I was supposed to get it in mine, but like it disappeared, and it's magically on your desk now." So
you gotta call customer service.
You call to speak to the manager. That's what you probably said. I got mine. But what about you, Kay? How was your Valentine's Day?
It was chill, literally.
See,
it was chill. It was really cold. But I did some self-love, and I wrote a love letter to my supporters to just kind of like show appreciation. So like, people that nice. I connected with online and stuff. So and then I did my face a little bit, and I did my hair again. That was pretty much it.
No, that's good. That's good. I think it's important. Like, I think we should do self-love more often. Honestly,
I was about to ask y'all, what is self-love to y'all?
That's a good. Okay.
I guess like
question.
Doing whatever. To me, it's like doing whatever you like to do, like for you. So like for me, is like this, like playing Animal Crossing. It's like because I have a lot of anxiety, a lot. So like this like calms me down. So
to me, it's taking care of yourself and doing things to like relaxingly take care of yourself. So like
I agree.
For me. for me, it's a lot of, what being a new mother. I say new, but I mean, she's 2 years old. I haven't done this before now, right? And you forget, like you think about, what does she need? What do I need to do to take care of her? I do the same thing for, what does he need? What do I need to do to take care? And then even with the channel, what do I need to do for the channel? What do I need? And I often forget about what I need. So like, it can involve sitting and drinking a little glass of wine. I almost said bottle, but glass of wine.
I almost
Right.
By the way, Hennessy, but go ahead.
No, that's Sham. That's Sham straight. That it tastes like gasoline. I can't. It's a bit too much for me. Bit too much.
I can't. That's like strong.
Hennessy
like,
is nasty.
He be drinking like apple juice, and he be fine, bruh. Like he be completely fine with it, unfazed. Unfazed. But like,
sniff it, I can feel chest hairs growing. Like, oh my god, I'm good. Nope.
But yeah, so stuff like that, like or watching TV, like sitting down and just watching a TV show, catching up on a show, finishing something like that, or it could be the degree of like doing my own nails or taking a bath, taking a shower, just listen to music while I take like what is it that a mixture of what Jazz said too, like doing what I want to do. And not worried about other people. But what about you, Dwayne and Kay? What does self-love mean to you?
Oh, I'm super competitive. Sometimes I'll be getting hard on myself. Like, let's say we lose or something. I get real down to myself. Like I gotta do better. So now I got like Play-Doh. So let's say I get mad or something. I squeeze the fuck out that Play-Doh, and that's self-love for me. It'd be like, you gotta calm down and don't be too hard on yourself. Cause I be trying to win. I don't like losing. I'm like Kobe. I'm like, I just can't. I just want to win. I want to win. But I got to realize you can't win them all. Especially in damn Overwatch when you got a damn Bastion that don't want to switch. So I just grab that Play-Doh and I be just visualizing. Fuck you. Goddamn Bastion, bro. Man, you won't switch. You die like 7th as a jump rat. He on the ground. And you're not even like, you just can't. You just gotta.
I like that you with the anger are like demonstrating.
And then it smells good. The Play-Doh smells good. So I'll be like having the red one. So I'll be like,
smell of it.
Oh, it does smell good.
I hate the smell.
I wouldn't say it smells good.
It has a weird.
It smells good for me.
It has a relaxing scent. I was literally thinking about this yesterday because I don't know why. I think something I smelled made me think of it. And I went down this rabbit hole of thoughts of like Play-Doh, and I was like, do they drop like vanilla on it or a little scent or something? Because it's got it has like a nice pleasant scent like Play-Doh does.
Really?
Yes, it's like I can see why it's relaxing.
It don't
Like fresh Play-Doh, not old danky Play-Doh.
Weird. I don't like smell. It's just like I don't know. It's like
it smells like a weird gas to me. Like every time I smell it.
Yes, it's like a weird smell. It's like
really? I like the smell of Play-Doh.
I love Play-Doh. Yeah,
I mean, if it's soothing to y'all, hey, go ahead.
Like I've almost eaten Play-Doh. Like almost. I mean, when I was younger,
right?
That can't be that age. When I was younger.
Right, when y'all were younger, y'all didn't let Play-Doh and be like, man, this thing easy.
Like it tastes good.
Oh, those were the scented ones probably too, though. Like you make the little fake food.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was. Elementary was playing with it. Was making like little pizzas, and I just bit a piece and I spit it out like that was hella nasty.
What does it taste like? What does it taste like?
I don't remember. I just remember it was nasty.
I think I ate it.
Walk me through it.
And when I was younger, I ate it too. And that shit was nasty. It was like fucking salty. It was like, this ain't this. It don't smell what it tastes like.
Oh, that'd be the worst when things don't like taste like what it smells like, right?
Like
yeah.
lotion.
Like what'd you say?
Like lotion.
Strawberry scented.
Listen, in my defense, it was like strawberry scented lotion. I was young, okay?
Oh my god!
I was at the car dealership with my parents.
Yesterday
with my parents, and I was hungry because they was in there like all day,
so you eat lotion?
And it smelled so good. And I was like, I wonder what this tastes like,
Oh my god!
I'm telling your curiosity
I found
goes
out
up when
real
you're
quick. It is not supposed to. No,
yeah, I know. I was a kid eating
horrible.
I was a kid eating Light Brights, okay, not fucking Play-Doh.
Wait, hold on. Ma'am, explain, please.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, the little plastic case.
How you didn't
okay, hold on.
No, let's hear this whole story.
I said the story before, like on the main channel, like so, like okay. the things that like you put into the thing to make like a picture of the little light.
Yeah, I had them.
I saw that every time you put it in, it would light up. So blue was my favorite color when I was little. So I was like, I bet if I eat this, I will light up blue.
Wrong.
So that's why I ate
it was a functional reason.
And then,
okay.
yeah. So like I ate one thinking that I was going to light up. So then I turned off the light in the room and then nothing happened. And then I told my mom that I ate a light bite. And then she was like, what? I was like, I ate one. And so then she was watching me the whole time. Like, and then when I pooped, she was trying to like check to see if like it was there. Like,
she's there looking at her stomach.
I didn't light up, so I learned like that wouldn't happen. But like, yeah,
it's probably still in there chilling.
I don't know if it ever digested. I still don't know.
To this day.
Oh my goodness. You know what's funny? Like to make a battery, you can use like lemon juice and copper. So if you had like bit a lemon and swallowed a penny, you might have had something.
It might work. There we go.
I wanted to test out a scientific theory. Okay, I was like, let me see if I light up, and I did. So I learned.
That's better than I thought you were gonna say. Like you thought it looked like it tasted good. At least it was a functional reason.
Looked like a light, so that's why I wanted to glow.
But you have
guys today
given me a
light bright. We're gonna see if it glows. All right, you ready, guys? Just this video to
Kevin
500
had the
likes.
best YouTube. She was a YouTuber before she was a YouTuber, bro.
Get this video to 500 likes. Whole handful.
I just ate one.
Oh, no, she crazy.
She did. She's the first one who started the light bright challenge.
Light bright challenge. Oh my God, light bright. Give her some cash to sponsor some more episodes.
This video is sponsored by Light Bright.
No, but see, this is why my parents didn't pierce my ears as a child because they thought I was gonna eat it. Like, and that shows why. I ate stuff I wasn't supposed to. So.
Like, they probably thought like you heard "shine bright like a diamond" from Rihanna, and if you eat this diamond, you're gonna shine bright. So,
I'm
like, ooh, that looks nice.
The light bright didn't work, but this earring might work.
Rihanna said it will work, so I'm gonna try it. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Okay, let's jump. Let's jump in. But hold on. I'm mad she turned off the light to see if she was.
I know, right?
I went in the bathroom, like I turned off the light, looked in the mirror, then nothing happened. So I was like, okay. The shit was like.
Just sitting there waiting.
Like I turned off the light.
Waiting. Oh, she was probably waiting. How long did you wait, baby? How long did you wait?
I don't remember. I just knew that I didn't see it initially, like for like maybe 5 seconds. And I was like, okay.
It'd be funny if your father asked your mom, "Oh, where's Jazzy? Oh, I think she's in the bathroom. She's been in there for a while. The light's off. I don't know what she's doing in there though."
The lights off. Baby, you okay now?
You okay, baby? You okay? Oh my goodness. Oh, that was good. That felt really good. I needed that.
My cheeks hurt.
I know, right? Man, okay. Had to take a deep inhale, exhale. All right. So we are gonna kind of go without any order. This is not in which the order of which I've received.
Let's not start with WandaVision.
No, we're not going to start. We're going to end with WandaVision. Charlie. Okay, goodness, like we always do. Yeah. Go ahead. I'll let you do your petty clap. Go ahead.
No, I was happy.
Petty
Petty clap.
I love WandaVision, you know?
Oh my God.
Love. Is that what you call it? So we're going to start off with Gina Carano, all right? And one of the reasons I brought up this story was because you guys are fans of The Mandalorian, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Which season 1 I was like bleh about it, but I didn't see season 2. I actually need to watch it. I know about the big spoiler of the last episode. I saw that, but outside of that, I haven't seen much or at all. Oh, I did see the Ahsoka thing. That's pretty much it because I freaking love Ahsoka.
Okay.
So I saw just her opening scene. I have to watch the second season, but Gina Carano. As of this week, was fired from The Mandalorian. Okay. Her character was someone I was a fan of. She was one of the characters that I actually liked from the first season, because there was a lot of things that upset me about the first season. Yeah, and I really liked her character. I've liked other things that she's been in. When she was in Deadpool, I liked her character in Deadpool, because she was in the first Deadpool. Did I say that right?
Who did she play as? I don't even remember her in the first
Did I
Deadpool.
say the right guy? Yeah, Deadpool, right? Deadpool's Ryan
Reynolds, yeah.
Reynolds. Yeah, she was in the first one. She was that guy's like apprentice. She would always have like a lollipop or a toothpick in her mouth when they first brought Ryan Reynolds' character into that facility. Like she had the short hair, and then she fought is it Colossus? Yeah, she fought Colossus at the end of the first movie.
Yep. Yeah,
I didn't remember
when they had the slow mo boom, boom, all of that.
I need to see her in costume because I'm blanking.
I don't remember her at all.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
You see her now? Yeah. I was really. Oh, they say Angel Dust. Angel Dust was her name in.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and so, I was a fan of her. Then, turned out she got fired this week. Lucasfilm and Disney. I don't know if it's Lucas and Disney put out a statement, but I know Lucasfilm. They put out a statement because she was released because of some tweets and some social media posts that she was posting. They said, nevertheless, her social media posts were denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities. They are abhorrent and unacceptable. Right? And I was like, okay, what'd she talk about? I won't go into tweets. I won't go to extreme detail about every single tweet, but she had tweets. I'm trying to pull it up here. I had it right here, and then I don't know where it went. Oh, here it is. Okay. She had tweets mocking COVID mask mandates. This is per vulture.com. Where you have links. You can actually go to the links and click and see the tweets that she posted. So she had tweets mocking COVID mask mandates. She was unfortunately a part of the spreading the conspiracy theories about the legitimacy of the election, saying that
those two things I'm not mad about. Even though I wear a mask, but those two things I'm not mad about, because that's just, if that's really her opinion, how she feel about, like, some people just really don't believe the COVID or don't believe in the mask. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. I say don't you nobody. Like, if it's legit, if I was like, all right, all Christine family is XYZ, so at that point, it's like, I'm not being mean, because I'm legit bringing out your character. But if it's like, yo, I don't believe this part, what the world is telling me, I'm not mad at you for that. And me personally, I believe, I'm gonna wear my mask. But even though I know people who don't believe in it, like how she said, like, that's their belief. Like, that's, if they believe that, then they believe that. That's not
Let
bad.
me say the other things that she tweeted about, and then I want to address that in about what you're saying. But yeah, there's more. There's more. She also, and it's funny when you stopped, because she would also, right? She would like, because on Twitter you can go to a profile and see what people have liked. Right, which I didn't realize that until I read this, so I'm glad.
You better be careful what you like.
Like booties. Let me
I'm gonna kind of comb through. Can I unlike things? If I have a question now, okay? If I like something, if I unlike it, will it remove it from my likes list on Twitter?
Yes,
I want to know.
yes.
Okay, all right. So I got some things I gotta do.
She got hella hugs that she gotta get off of her timeline.
I know. I was like, almost like maybe I should do this right now, but I'm gonna take a look at it.
She goes right now. Unlike.
Sometimes I like to put this out there. This is a legitimate reason, but I know you guys are not going to believe it. Sometimes when I'm on Twitter and I'm right there, my baby, sometimes she'll grab my phone and press things. So some of those things.
No, I believe you.
Thank you. That is legit. That is legit.
Kids do that. I believe you.
Okay. Yeah, right. But yes, so she would like posts that are disparaging the Black Lives Matter movement. So it's funny you stopped where you started, where you did, Charlie. But yes, she would like, there were a lot, and I'll link the, I'll send it to you guys later. I can't send it to you right now because it'll mess up the stream. But where you can actually click where they, each of these things, and it'll show you like the associated tweets and stuff, posts that she had. But like, she would like, posts that were disparaging the Black Lives Matter movement, and then there was like a issue or situation in regards to pronouns. So some people, I guess, were asking her to put pronouns, to normalize the whole, this is what I like to be called thing. Mm-hmm. And it enraged her, and there was like a back and forth about it, right? So after that, apparently her agency or her management company, one or the other, has been wanting to fire her for a while because of stuff. Because this is obviously through the span of the past year, but recently they were like, okay, there's enough. We've had enough of it, and so she got fired. She got fired from Lucasfilm, and then her management company or agency was able to drop her. Kind of going back to what you were saying, Charlie. For me, I think like just going to the first couple. Obviously, I think it's clear how we feel about disparaging the Black Lives Matter movement, right? But addressing like the mask and the conspiracy of the election, I think you have to, it's all in how you're doing it. I do agree to some degree about believe what you want to believe, do what you want to do. When it becomes a border of harming yourself or other people, right? At that point, right. Yep. So then that's where I draw the line. In the aspect of the mask, if your statement is, I don't really believe in this COVID thing, or I don't really believe in wearing masks, so I'm not going to wear one, is your statement. Or if you're like, hey, I'm not going to wear one, but you guys should still, if that's what you believe, I'm not trying to press my belief upon you, that is fine with me. When it comes to a point where you are, excuse me, no, she's not Angelina Jolie, or like you're a celebrity, you're high on the platform, you've got a huge following, especially with the Mandalorian. She's definitely catching a lot of heat and stuff. You have to be careful with what you're saying. I think what she had was like basically a picture saying that Democrats are trying to make you wear masks on your eyes and your mouth, making fun of it. And what's the word? Is it when you're the opposite of legitimizing? What's the delegitimizing wearing masks in COVID? You have a mass following. I think you have to be very careful with what you say. What do you guys think?
When you're that high, stature, you do, which sucks. When your stature is like you're that high of a person, it sucks. You do have to be careful what you say, because even if like maybe more than half your following might believe it too, but at the same time, it's like by so many people to the point where they're not gonna be able to defend you that much when they just gonna jump on the wagon with you. Like with them, it's like, well, you got to get canceled. But it's like, it sucks. It's like, dang, I can't say what I would normally say if I was just a nobody versus me being a celebrity. So it's like, because you got to follow me. I do. You got to follow me. So and people, and especially when you have a following, which can get scary. People live by your word at that point.
Influencing. Like, you're an influencer.
Yeah, you're influenced at that point.
Yeah.
So like, at that point, now your belief is starting to affect other people now because it's trickling down. So it's like, yeah, it sucks. That's why I feel like being a celebrity sucks. Cause like, man, can't say half the stuff you feel.
But my thing of like the whole like mass thing and not like believing in it, I feel like especially when you do have like a mass following, there's a lot of people that have been affected by this virus in more ways than one. Not just deaths, but like a whole bunch of other things that can affect their lives. So it's like you saying that you don't believe in this thing when other people are facing that exact reality. Like you don't believe it, but it's real for that person that lost their grandma. It's real for that person that lost their mom because of this, right? Like I feel like that's when it's like disrespectful. I feel like because like this isn't like some magical thing that people have not died from. People are dying from this. Yeah, that is why there have been travel bans and all this other stuff, because it's that serious. And it's like, if you still feel like, I feel like now, like we're still underneath lockdown a year later. It's almost March. It's almost March. So it's like we're still here because people are not wearing the mask. If we were to do that, then we would be out.
Just go ahead and get it out the way.
Even if you don't believe it, whatever, wear the mask so that everybody else could be good, because you could be harming somebody else. You could be carrying the virus and not even know it because you're asymptomatic and you have no idea that you have it. Then you spread it to somebody else and then they could die from that. Like, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like that's very unsafe. I don't know.
That is one thing that I think is that a lot of people don't realize, the asymptomatic, and how extremely effective that can be in making things worse, because you have this mindset of, oh, I didn't feel anything. I was fine. Everything was good with me. not knowing that you're spreading it to other people, and they end up not being fine or not.
And I've even seen posts from people that they'll tweet out like, "Oh, this is a fake virus, or whatever," and then they catch it. And then once they catch it, they're like, "Oh, take it seriously, guys. This is real." Like, don't do that.
That was happening to politicians.
If it was fake, keep that same energy the whole time. You thought it was fake, and now you got it. Now it's real, right? Like, so like that's how it is for other people. So that's why I'm like saying that is like wrong to me.
Yeah, and that's why since it started, like I've even been telling people, like even on my channel, it's like I'm in the middle. It's like sometimes I believe it, sometimes I don't. But at the same time, I'm not gonna play with it. So it's like at worst, I'm gonna assume I'm like all right, I'm gonna just assume it's real and follow these rules because if it is real, I don't want to catch it. But at the same time, it's like I'll be seeing and read stuff like maybe this is cap. Then I'm reading something I'm like maybe this is legit. But it's like you don't respect what sucks when it comes to just the government in general. Like that's usually where you are because it's like shit. I don't know what to believe or what not to believe at this point. So it's like all right, just to be safe, I'm gonna play it safe. But it's like I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I do feel like moving on to like her next tweet. We won't break down everything, but the aspect of the spreading the conspiracy theories of the legitimacy of the election. And this kind of leads into, because there's more about her situation. After she was fired, she was like basically saying how conservatives are being attacked. That's the other part of it. Like the whole, when she had that little interaction in regards to the pronouns thing. And her mindset, her response is that whole thing like conservatives are being attacked because they're not bending to the mindset of other people. But it's like, it's one thing to be a conservative and have conservative beliefs about, politics, right? It's another thing to diminish and make fun of a whole movement after a man was murdered across, everybody's screens. Everyone could have seen the video by choice or not by choice, right? About George Floyd. And then this outcry happens. It's not political to be racist. And then it's one of those situations that we've kind of talked about. Like we talked about it last week, and then Charlie, you and I talked about it a little bit the other day. In the mindset of when they say something, especially when it comes to the racial realm, right? And then when people respond back, then it's like, oh, I'm being attacked, or they play the victim, or they say, oh, it was a joke. People can't take a joke. That whole situation, as we found out with the the toxic Twitch communities situation that happened over this weekend. That can happen. Not saying all people are toxic, but there is a lot of toxicity. They're not? Not all people.
You must never play Xbox 360. I didn't know.
Actually,
highly toxic. My God.
I mixed Xbox 360 toxic community though. It was actually fun in a way. I don't know why. It was like
because you like.
But it was
because you're toxic.
not even that. It was just different. No, it was like almost like the birth of like teabagging and being toxic. It was like the start of it. So it was like it brought you in to the point where you were upset at it. The next day, you're becoming toxic. Like, oh, I'm toxic now. So it's like, I don't know. It's
Wait, I failed to see the good part of that. Like,
I did.
Oh, they were bad, and I became bad too.
But now you're toxic now.
If you played the shit out of Xbox 360, you were bound to eventually one day be on there like, damn, I'm being toxic as shit. Maybe I should turn this off, but I don't know.
If you're at that point,
I missed it. But it's like, I don't know.
No, I just used to cuss out the people that was being misogynistic.
I just beat their corpse.
Like, oh, I gotta go to the kitchen.
What'd you say, Kay? What'd you say?
Find the whole match.
I said I just used to beat their corpse.
That's how it's. Go ahead.
Teabagging from Halo.
Yeah.
Yes. I was gonna say,
and that's when I start taking the gun and just beating their corpse after I kill them.
Now, do y'all?
Yeah,
I didn't see.
I did.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But teabag is a taunt though. Teabag is a taunt. It's a taunt.
It's a taunt, but it's toxic.
No, I disagree. Defense is not that. Doing that in defense of your situation is not toxic.
If I find a competitive game right now, not kill you, and you see my like this. You gonna want to kill me all bad, right? You'll be mad.
No, but that's just competitiveness.
Oh, I see them skinny little legs.
Like step your skills up. Like step your skills up.
Like
legit. That's not toxic.
No. Listen, hold on.
It's like this. Well, let's see. It's like this. Okay, GG. We know what I mean. Good game.
Yeah.
You can make it toxic because some people say GG, get good. Same with teabag. It can.
Okay, no, that was some Nostradamus-ish that you just tried to pull right there. No, hold on. For in regards to, I'm addressing this with you, Charlie. Listen, I think it's dependent upon what the situation is. Let's say Jazz and Kaylee were playing, right? And they killed you and Dwayne. And then they just walked up to your body and was teabagging and beating your body up, then okay. But if before that happened, y'all would say, oh, get back in the kitchen. Women shouldn't be playing video games. Blah, blah, blah. And then...
That's just me. I'm not talking about that.
I experience every time I go on the damn mic in Halo. Every time I wouldn't say much. I'll just say hello and then put my mic up to see what they would say. And then a whole bunch of
now that's different. That's just me.
Eating cookies all the time. All types of stuff.
Cookies? Why they hate cookies?
Like, oh, they got a girl on their team, they about to lose. And then I would just be quiet the whole time until I killed them. And then once I do, and I know y'all got proximity chat on, so I can still hear you, you can hear me, I'll be like, yeah, fuck you. Like, I'll be so bad, like, yeah, bitch, like I'll just be like doing all of that to the people that said all those bad things because they weren't better. Like, okay, so y'all talked all that just because you heard a female voice. You had no idea how I played. You just heard a hello, and that's what I got.
Jazz, I was on 2K, man. I was on
Dwayne saw it.
I heard their community is bad.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was on 2K, right?
Tell them what happened, Dwayne.
I was on 2K, right? And I was like 2K17, and I had like a mascot, so that's like you up there, like. Mm-hmm. So yeah. I was like, I had Jazz like on the mic, and they were just like, "Oh, same shit, make me a sandwich, da da da." And I was busting their ass. In the midst of me busting their ass, they talking about go make a sandwich. Oh, you a bitch, and I'm busting their ass.
Whoop your ass.
Busting their ass, and then as soon as I got on the mic, it all changed. It was wild to me.
Like he was like the other team literally had 0 points and Dwayne had all of them, and I was the only one on the mic because he wanted to see what would happen if they saw like a girl playing good and whooping them, and that's what he was doing. And I was just talking on the mic. It was all bunch of B words and hoe and slut and all this stuff like that. Yeah, but then as soon as Dwayne got on the mic, they didn't say anything. They wasn't saying none of that. So I'm like, it's legit just because they hear a female voice. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
This makes me want to just slap people in the face. Like the toxicity thing, if you are in those degrees, right, where you're playing a game and you're saying that this chick should be making the sandwich, right? What is the benefit of that for you? Because she ain't gonna make you a sandwich. You ain't gonna make that
sandwich. And I will make me a sandwich at the end of the game.
Thank you. And I'm gonna tell you everything that's gonna be in it. Okay.
I will.
Okay. But after I whoop your butt, I'm gonna go make me a sandwich. That's actually a great. I'm gonna call Subway up right now. Okay.
Now I will say this: for me being hella competitive, and especially when it comes like to FGC, like fighting games, like it can be used as a tactic. Like let's say if like I don't know Dwayne playing Mortal Kombat, boom. Mm-hmm. It's a good match. You're going at it. Gotcha. Once I start getting that little lead, I will start to say stuff that I know is gonna piss him off in his head because now I'm about to get in his head and make him even more mad. That way I can hold that lead. So sometimes it can work as a strategic strategy because I used to do it hella time.
Like trash talking, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a difference though between trash talk.
So you're playing a female competitive game, or you be like, go make me a sandwich.
Well, I won't say that. No,
that fuels us though. Yeah. Like that makes us even more competitive.
If you lose it, it's gonna make you lose more because you're mad, you're angry. Only thing you know now is you gotta get me, you gotta kill me. And now at this point, I'm using strategy because I know now you come in because you want me dead because I'm talking shit about your mama.
But I think it's mom is fair game though. Mom is fair game. When it becomes about sex or race, that's when bruh, that's a no. Like if you were like, mom, hey, your mama's fat or all this other stuff, which I don't condone this, but I mean, if you like saying stuff about people's mamas, that is, yes, that's still toxic, but I feel like okay, it's not because I'm a female you're saying that, talking about my mama, it's because I obviously did not just evaporate and just appear, I came out of someone's home.
Stop. We get it. Stop.
All right, Christine. She said somebody's home.
Stop.
I said
the government's home. I was the first government content creator.
I said home, not home.
She said somebody's home. No, the government's home. Christine was made by Christine was the CIA's first
baby.
man government-made content creator. She came out of somebody's hole.
I think we all did. Like,
I said home. That was a hard M. Okay, a hard M.
Oh, okay.
that was a soft M. Because I almost heard hole myself.
I said her hole. I came out of somebody's hole.
I said home.
I don't even know if somebody's.
Yeah, but like, I don't mind trash talk whatsoever. Just don't base it off of just because you hear that I'm a female. Like that's the thing that will piss me off.
Right.
Like, are you serious?
Right.
Yeah, but
when you add gender to it, like we're all
why they do it.
gamers. We're all gamers. Just leave it at that. Don't make it about gender. Don't make it about race. Don't make it about everything else. We're all gamers.
Right.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, for sure. And
I'm like, not all of us, because you were casual.
Yeah.
Now at that point, I'm pissing her off and I'm being her head. So now she really want to kill me, but I'm gonna keep winning because she mad because she knows it's attack.
That's fine. No, that's fine.
I'm strategic. See?
That's fine. No, but that's fine.
That put me in the amount of focus. I'll be like, oh, word. I get sweaty.
when you hear that word casual, you get everybody get offensive, boy.
Nothing. I'll be like,
But Dwayne used to be using that word too. Like,
Hey, bro, if you casual, you casual, bro. Say it.
Dwayne will have teammates that's not doing good. He'll be like, "That's what I say. If you want to be casual, no, just like,
Because it'll piss you off, especially
It'll
if I
piss
know
you
I'm
off,
good.
right?
Yes,
It'll
it
piss you off,
is
make you
insulting.
be better.
Just called me an amateur. Like you legit just took all my time, my experience, and just called me a straight up amateur. Like
Exactly. It's supposed to
casual.
motivate you. You casual.
Like, yup, now that's what I'm mad. I want him dead. See, I'm trying to
That
kill
is
him.
insulting.
And
That
then
is
he's in my
insulting.
head.
That is insulting.
It's
That's
okay to be
offensive.
casual. Let me start. And then they be like, I ain't casual, bro. I'm like, well, you playing hella casual right now.
It's like your mama casual.
your mama casual. She's a casual kitchen cleaner.
she's a casual cooker."
A casual sandwich maker.
Oh, casual ass sandwich.
I'll cook something real quick.
She's a professional Uber Eats though.
That should be like the new age sexist one. Instead of going to cook, like, why don't you just go Uber Eats yourself a meal?
I'll be like, "Yes, I will."
That would just make me laugh. That would make me
big
laugh.
oven ass about it. All right. All right.
You know how mad I am that how like complicated the or how I'll say they upgraded the Easy Bake Oven. When I had an Easy Bake Oven, it was a light. One light.
Yep,
You got a little light bulb, right?
Now they got a whole microwave. They got set time and everything. I'm like,
It's an actual microwave at this point. It's like this is a microwave.
Microwave. Like, how do you
Like that's a toaster oven. That's
I always
hell
wanted
no.
one. I always wanted. It's one of those things
It's
where
nasty. My
I
sister
want to
had
do
one.
like a video where I just buy all these toys I never got to get as a child. That kind of got a little sad, but like now I can get them. Right? So it's like I want to buy these things to see. I know, teardrop to see how they are. An Easy Bake Oven is on that list. Like I want the classic one because I always, as a kid, it was just magic to me. I'm like, how did this thing that's not an oven bake? How does it do it?
You know what's funny? I wanted one
light bulb.
so bad, and I was not understanding why my mama kept telling me, "No, you don't need that. You don't need it." I wanted one year for Christmas. I wanted the Easy Bake Oven so bad, but my mama would not get it, and I was not understanding why. I'm like, just give me an Easy Bake Oven. I want an Easy Bake Oven for Christmas. I want an Easy Bake Oven.
Give it to
And
me.
My sister ended up getting one, and I kept using hers ever. But them cakes was so nasty. But I was like, this not cooked. Like it is like hella nasty. It's like somebody like took cake mix, put in the microwave for like 5 seconds, took it out. I was like, this is.
Oh, it's not even good.
No, it is good. I don't
It
know
is
what y'all
good. You
think.
just gotta stay. You gotta keep it under the
Mine
light
is
bulb
under
for
the
a certain
light
amount of
bulb.
time.
Mine
Put the
was
cake with a
good.
light
You
bulb
gotta
and tell me how good it is.
A certain amount of time. You took it out way too early.
Christine, cook a cake with a light bulb and talk to me tomorrow. Let me know how good.
Rushing
Let
it.
me know if you're still married after your husband eat that cake. Let me know.
This
Let
just
me know.
in. This just in.
Like, what did you make this bake? Oh, with the light bulb. You know what? This ain't working at this point. You know.
Did you say a light bulb?
If you look inside, because I broke my sister's, it's legit a light bulb in there. That's all it is.
It is.
Oh, hold on. We're not gonna grace over that. It is because I broke my sister's. Why'd you break her?
Polly was a delinquent. We already know that.
No,
He was
I
a
didn't
delinquent.
mean to. I didn't intentionally break it. I broke it by mistake, and then you can see it's just a light bulb in there.
I broke it by mistake. But what's in there? Oh, it's a light bulb.
And some
No,
wires.
I just like that. I just break her. So
You thought it was like a little elf in there. What did you do? See a little elf in there? You're like, what the hell?
No, he fight that elf. Why these cake taste bad? That's what
Hell no, it might be like the underpants.
He got the deepest voice because you didn't keep it in the damn.
Because you took it out too early. Clown, like, oh my bad, bro. Put it back in there.
Oh my goodness! All right, so
Are we all off topic? All right, come on, get back to what we talking about.
Kind of taking on the Mandalorian jump. Bam, the castings for HBO, which I didn't know HBO was going to take it. The Last of Us. They're going to be making a series, which I thought it was going to be a movie. I didn't know it was going to be a series. So they're going to be doing a series. And for the casting of Joel, it was announced that Pedro Pascal, who is the Mandalorian, will be playing Joel. What's his last name? I automatically want to say Osteen, but I know that's not.
That is not from church. That is not blessed.
And today we're gonna have a glorious day.
Hey, his church in Texas is so huge too, bro. That book is huge.
Oh,
we're gonna have a praise God. We're gonna have a glorious
and that smile,
day
his
today.
smile is creepy though, bro.
Right.
Like his smile creeps me out. It really does. Like when, like, hey guys, today I'm like,
today we're gonna have a glorious day for God. I want you all guys to say amen. And I'm like, bro, you haven't got out of that octave yet. You just
Like, oh,
all right, cool. Okay, we get back on point.
That was creepy. No, like he's creepy. The female that they chose to be Ellie is Bella Ramsey, and I don't know. Did you guys watch Game of Thrones?
Not at all.
I didn't watch
Okay.
Game of Thrones.
Did you see it,
the ending
Kay?
was ass though.
The ending is someone like ate booty and then poop booty and somebody else ate that booty. That's what it was. Okay, that last season, a lot of nasty booty. Okay, festering. Right, it was not good. But Bella Ramsey, she played one of my favorite characters from Game of Thrones, Lyanna Mormont, and she was like this boss behind little girl. Right, she was like a boss. Right. I know you guys don't really know anything about Bella, but you guys do know about Pedro Pascal, who was also on Game of Thrones, and I loved his character there.
Oh, he was on there too?
Oh yeah, his character on Game of Thrones is one of my favorite characters in the whole entire series.
Who is this guy? What's his name?
Pedro Pascal. He played Oberyn Martell.
I thought somebody talking about somebody named Joe.
Joel.
No,
is
he played Joel Osteen. Just kidding.
No.
He played Joel.
Joel from The Last of Us. Joel from The Last of Us.
Right.
What is Joel's last name in The Last of Us? We'll just add Osteen.
idea.
He can be related.
I always just call him Joel.
Yeah.
I think at that point you don't need a last name.
You don't need
That's
no last names
apocalyptic
now.
ass.
Right.
He can be related.
You don't need we ain't worried about no damn last name. We trying to survive these damn clickers.
Oh, in the chat they're saying Miller. That's generic.
Miller.
Generic.
You know what? They did mention it. I think in the first one too.
Okay.
I never paid attention.
I think Osteen is better than Miller as a name. Not as
Hey,
people.
Christine, leave him alone. All right.
Okay. All right. So, how do you guys think about? And I know I'm probably going to be in the opposite standing because I know y'all are right. What do you guys think of Pedro Pascal playing? Or let me say how it's supposed to be said. Pedro Pascal. Him.
That sound dope. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal. That sounds
you said
better
it. I like that.
than
That sounds
Pedro
dope.
Pascal.
I knew Christine was a drug lord. Anyway,
Pedro Pascal. Oh, because he was also in what's the Narcos?
Wonder Woman. He was in Wonder
Oh,
Woman.
and Wonder
Narcos
Woman.
too?
He was in Narcos. Wonder Woman. Let's not discuss that movie.
Man, Narcos was good. I need to finish that show.
I need to start that show to wash out the Wonder Woman
good.
memory that you guys just gave me for that last one.
He was.
He was in it. Yes, he was.
was in it.
Yes, he was.
He was in it.
Dwayne Luck. Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah, you can have it if you just want it.
Oh yes, if
Looks
you.
like y'all making an R&B video. What y'all doing?
Right.
That's what he was doing in the movie.
He was legit point right in your face.
In your
you
face.
Can wish it. You can have it. And like he was legit. Like if I met you, Charlie, and I was like, what is that? Speaker when the motivational speaker.
Yeah, motivational speaker. Yeah.
Will point in your face and be like, "I'm from TV." And you wish it, you can have it, right? He legit was, cause Wonder Woman, he pointed that shit right at Wonder Woman's face. Like it legit was like right here before like touching her nose. And I'm like, why do you gotta point? And you could just say the words, but
You
you
could
did the
just
whole.
say them. And he was
had
a
to make
close
it one
talker.
word.
It was cringe. It was high-key cringe.
He was
bruh.
he was a
high-key
close talker too. He'd be like talking really like, bruh, you don't need to be this. Back up, please.
Facts,
Back
bruh.
up. But he would be like,
Hey, back up, bro.
If Gal Gadot was like, if you don't move that finger from it, oh, no, cut.
Cut. Like, damn, he
She-
back his finger up. Like, you don't need
Yeah,
to be
she
this
was
close.
Israeli military. You bet. Don't mess with her. Don't mess with her. But like it. So, what do you guys think about Pedro Pascal being Joel? Do you think he could do it? Do you think it's possible? Do you think it's good? Dwayne, you're shaking your head. What do you think?
I don't like when Hollywood just like casts the same people over and over. Like him as Joel, I don't really know. I think they could have just got some other new actor and like made them play Joel. I've seen other like cosplays of people who actually legit look like Joel, like legit look like Joel and Ellie. Like I'm like, why don't you guys just go get the people that actually look like these characters? And then, like, give them a year or so, and then let them get their acting skills on.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, that's how I feel. I don't know. He might do a good job. To me personally, he doesn't look like Joel. He doesn't look like Joel.
Really don't. As I'm looking, I can't see that match.
I haven't seen him with a full beard, or maybe makeup. It could change, but as a looking standpoint, he might be able to act out Joel. But like from a looking standpoint, I want somebody to look like the video game character, because now I'm starting to see like all the celebrities are playing the video games characters now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And okay. I'm like, they could have got somebody else that looked more like.
That's
Joel.
how I was judging. I don't really know too much about his character as an actor, but I was just going to look wise. I can't see it, but like D said, who knows? Maybe if he grows a beard, maybe it'll change his mind. Right now, I can't see it.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Kay?
Yeah, I can't. I'm looking at a side by side like comparison to them. I don't see it at all. Like he might be able to like fill the role as far as like the persona for Joel, but like
the look
just is.
And can we be real? Joel is handsome. Can we be real? Joel is handsome. Hey, Joel, you cool, but you ain't no Joel. You ain't no Joel. Joel is a handsome guy. Like Joel's rugged. It just they ain't the same.
He has
like
that
his
mature
eyes
look that
like low. Like
he has that. Yeah. And Joel
like,
has that mature, rugged like. He's sugar daddy. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? He might be in his 50s, but hey, he still got. He do kind of have that
mature like.
Right,
like sugar daddy look.
You age like wine, whatever I'm saying. He kind of does have that look a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
a good looking older guy like that. You know that little the most you know that little
the most interesting man in the world. Yeah.
You know how many girls I said that was like, those taques. Oh my god, it was like I would. Yes, bro.
And as a sugar daddy, I mean, Dos Equis.
Okay, yeah, he does have that look. I thought he was lit.
He does have that look. I ain't gonna lie.
He would be.
Like, okay.
Yeah. He's one of those people I don't want to meet in real life, because if he's not like this guy, then it would be so sad. It would be so sad.
Right. I was like a smooth older James Bond, like that, like rugged, like you know what I'm saying. Like he been through some stuff, but he also smooth with it. He still, they should have casted the Tostakis dude, like Tostakis. Right.
Those Takis.
That's how good. I don't know what that is. That's how good.
That's a mixture of Takis and the beer. All that
no sour cream and extra pico.
Okay, Jazz.
That sounds good.
What do you think about the casting? We'll start with Joel.
I feel okay about it. Like I'm not really I don't really care that much like everybody else did. But like I do agree. Like I wish that they did get like people. Not necessarily for Ellie, because I feel like she could play a good Ellie. She kind of looks like her to me a little bit. But for Joel, I feel like they could have just got somebody that like nobody knows, because they act like Hollywood act like there's not
like
many
people don't exist, right?
Yeah,
right. There are so many actors that are trying to look for jobs. Like there's one that I bet looks like Joel, and there's nothing that he has starred in previously for you to tie him to, because now we're tying him to the Wonder Woman movie, the everything, like Mandalorian, all of that, doing the pointing, like all these memes and stuff, because y'all are getting someone that is like overly saturated in Hollywood right now.
He is.
fight is not tied to anything, so we don't have any opinions. Like we can only be like, oh well, let's see how he does.
Yeah.
Instead of like I can't see him do it. Like
Right.
you know.
So for me, I'm a mixture of what you guys are saying, but a little bit flipped. I think as far as actors, I do think we should Avengers this, pick a lot of people that nobody really is looking at or cares about before, like, you know, because Thor, who was Chris, what's his last name? Hemsworth before Thor. Who was he? Nobody knows. Chris Evans was an actor, but Captain America made me love Chris Evans, okay?
Exactly.
You know, like these are people that weren't really doing a lot or weren't doing anything, and then they just became, you know? And that's something that they should do. They should choose somebody else that we don't know. Give us something new. Give us somebody that could surprise us. I think look-wise, with a beard, I think he could look similar to Joel. I don't think he can pull off the acting chops. And I was about to say, we can't forget,
it's not just looks, though, because they got to be...
Right. It has to be acting. And you guys were saying that, okay, maybe he can act the way or take the persona. I don't think he can. I've seen, I mean, when he was Oberyn Martell, he was perfection, okay? When he was also in Kingsman 2, where he had a country accent, and I was like, ugh, I don't want to watch, it was not good, okay? Then, Wonder Woman, oh my gosh. I mean, that whole movie
that wasn't his fault. It's
not his fault. And you know what? If that is what they wanted, as an actor, he did what they wanted, and it's just what they wanted was not good, right?
Yeah.
But
that's
I don't think that the like the things that you were talking about Joel, like he has a strength, okay? He's got a strength about him, right? Not just strength, like a strength, you know? He's definitely somebody, and I know, I'm going to preface this, I know y'all going to make sounds, but I literally mean a hug, okay? He is someone I would want to pick me up and hold me. He's just
oh my God.
BRB.
No,
listen.
listen.
Pick you up and give you that hug, huh? Just pick you up. Just hold you.
Like he seems like such a strong character, and he definitely has a lot of depth as a character. You obviously know what happened to him in the first one at the very beginning, something so tragic that I busted in tears, and the amount of like the level that he got to as a character in the first game, with having to be this, not just brooding, because he's not just a brooding character, you know, he's got a lot of depth, a lot of darkness, a lot of weight, a lot of strength that he carries. I don't think Pedro can, you know, hit the mark. I think they can make him look, I think it'll be easier for them to make him look like Joel versus him being able to actually pull off this character. And the voice. I don't think it's going to be one of those situations where you hear the voice once and it sounds good, then you hear it again and you're like, who this? This ain't you. This ain't who I called. You know?
It's new phone.
Right. New phone. On the girl side, I loved her character in Game of Thrones for Bella Ramsey. I don't think she can pull off Ellie, because Ellie wasn't just like just a strong or stern girl. She was kind of next level, okay? She could be vicious when she needed to. I didn't play the second one. Y'all can attest to how she was in the second one. But in the first one, she could be vicious when she needed to. She can, you know, I don't think that this girl will be able to pull that off. I don't think so.
But see, I never seen her act in anything. Like I never watched Lord of the Rings.
Oh God, Game of Thrones.
See, look, it all runs in the same to me. So that's why I don't watch it.
Yeah,
but like, yeah, but like I never seen her in anything before. So it's not like I could be like, I don't think she could do this because I don't know what she's done. So that's why I'm like, yeah, let's see what she does. You know,
real quick, who's playing Ellie?
Bella Ramsey. Yeah, and I think she is a really good actress, and I think like with Game of Thrones, she was definitely a strong person, but there's also a lot of physicality. She could surprise. I think she has more of an opportunity to surprise me than Pedro does, honestly.
Yeah. I think he knocks it out the park as Mandalorian, but you know, as Joel,
I ain't gonna make y'all upset at me about this Mandalorian thing. Like, okay, walk like a robot and pretend to act like you cool, and that's what he does in that.
Bruh, you gotta watch season 2.
I'll watch season 2.
You gotta watch season 2.
I'll watch season 2.
It gets lit.
Right.
I'll watch season 2. But one thing I will ask you guys, because you did play, you know, the second game. which obviously is probably going to be included in the movie, or in the series. But in the first game, like, you remember Tess? Who do you think should play Tess, or like, who do you think?
Hold up, I need to look up Tess because I forgot.
She was like in the beginning. She was the chick rolling with him at the beginning.
Yeah, that was Joel's partner.
Yeah. Okay, who do you think could play Tess?
Let me see.
Oh, the woman, I forgot all about it. I played it so long ago.
Yeah, I forgot all about her.
The quick shooter. She's a quick shooter.
Maybe okay, so maybe I'm thinking maybe the lady from Walking Dead that was like Glenn's wife.
Oh, wife.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, that's
Maybe.
a good one. That's a really good one. Yeah. I could see it.
I could see that.
it.
I could see that. Let me see who else was a big character. Because I don't know any of the characters from the second one.
She will fit.
Yeah, I think she could fit. And physicality. She was in a movie with Mark Wahlberg where she was like, they're like, and it has what's the guy's name? The guy from The Raid is in this movie. I don't know if you guys saw Raid or Raid Redemption. I believe Raid Redemption is that game. Raid it's a movie. I think it's in Indonesia. It's like a martial arts movie that's very similar to like Judge Dredd, where there's like this building where it gets locked down. Dredd. Yeah, it's like that, but martial arts. Raid is a really good movie, and they had like Raid 2. It's really good. I think it's on Netflix. Check it out.
I think the case looked dope. I might have to check this out.
See what?
I said the case looked dope. I might have to check this out.
Yeah. Raid is if you like
Andrew
martial.
Lincoln.
Huh?
They could have cast Andrew Lincoln for Joel.
Let me look up who
Andrew Lincoln.
He played Rick in Walking Dead.
Oh.
He would have fit right into that role. Maybe because you know.
Let me see.
The whole apocalypse.
With the mustache, I can see it.
With the beard, you know. He got to gain some weight though. He kind of
He's tiny.
Weight, but like
he's tiny.
Yeah.
But also, I think that I don't know. Do you think he's got the strength? Yeah, he is tired of zombies. He's like, write me out.
I never was like. I don't know. This is a hot take for me. I think Joel will beat the hell out of
Rick. I think so too.
I think Joel beat the hell out of Rick.
I think Rick is way too soft. Like, Rick repeatedly, for season after season, would make the same mistakes. Like, bro, did you not learn from all these people? Yeah, the same mistakes over and over and over again.
That's why I had to stop watching The Walking Dead.
That's why I kept telling people shame.
Where I was just like, man, y'all take it too long to do something that seems so simple. But
that's how they scripted him, though.
Yeah, but that's how they scripted him, though.
People got tired of the same. Yeah, people got tired of the same thing. They can go somewhere. All right, they finally be able to chill.
It's like
and then zombies come, or they got to deal with somebody that fuck it up. They got to go somewhere else, do the same thing, fuck it up, do the same thing, fuck it up. Then we didn't ever get rid of Negan. So it's like what? Like, oh, come on, bro.
Yeah.
That not getting rid of Negan was made me not watch the show. I'm like, y'all complain about this man every episode for I don't know how many episodes, and y'all finally get his ass and put him in a jail. What? You know what? Forget it. I'm like, I'm done.
Right.
I'm done. Y'all figure it out on your own. You figure out how to get out of this zombie apocalypse whenever you do. Because it seems like y'all gonna have 1,000 episodes.
She's like, Jazz is out. F you, F them zombies. I hope they truly sit.
Like y'all keep running away from these slow walking zombies and let them get off every single time. Come on.
I think that they wouldn't be able to survive in World War Z zombies. Like World War Z zombies would be like
World War Z zombies. No time to think.
Yeah.
Seconds.
World War Z zombies. No, hell, I wouldn't survive. Hell no. Like,
they don't want to like 30 of them climbing your house. Like, what the hell?
Right. Oh, no.
Hell, I'm dead.
Yeah.
It just always got me how these slow moving zombies would get them. Like, it's amazing. They'll be out in the woods with like 3-4 of them with weapons and everything. They see the zombies walking towards them. They will legit stand there and just wait. It'll just be like,
I'm gone.
And there's always one that gets bit. Always one that gets
bit all the time. Like, you didn't hear or see this. Like, it's coming. Like, it's walking slow.
Like, bro, you got 10 minutes to move. You can move.
If you get bit, you wanted to at that point. Like, I just
this is what you wanted.
I just can't do it.
So then, one thing we never talked about, and this little bit is not new news, right? It's older news. But Drake Uncharted, how Spider-Man is going to be playing Drake.
That's the same thing I'm talking about. Like, bruh, like we don't need Spider-Man playing everybody in Hollywood. He in every damn thing. I'm like, damn.
Everything.
I know they
He
need
is
their
getting a
bag,
lot
but you got good bag from Spider-Man alone. Like we don't need him in every. Like it's
Yeah.
like they ask him to be out every damn movie. I'm like, damn. Can he rest? I think he was talking about how he was in another movie while doing Spider-Man, and he's trying to.
It was that one. It was Nathan
Yeah.
Drake. He said that he had to like shake off the tendencies or something of Nathan Drake while he was still doing Spider-Man. So I'm like, they putting you too much things at one time.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, so he was filming both at the same time?
It must be.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Like some muscle mass, I think, for the Uncharted movie, but then not so much for Spider-Man.
Because you got to be lean.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's not
yeah.
bulky. He's lean.
A lot.
Ah, okay. All right.
I'm like, we could have got some new actor that could play young Nathan
Yeah.
Drake. We didn't need.
He
I'm
is
just like-
another one that you guys are talking about, one that like is constantly he's
In
being
something.
put, yeah. And I mean, it's a little different. Like for me, I'm happy that he's getting work, you know, because I loved him as Spider-Man. But I am seeing him a lot, and I am kind of like, all right, Cherry, I don't think is for me. I think it could be a cool concept, and I'd love if somebody watches it, they could tell me about it. But Cherry's not for me. Like,
Yeah, Cherry. Yeah, he had another movie just recently with Cherry, and I'm just
With the
like,
Russo
I
brothers.
understand. These actors do need work to, you know, but you know, they don't need like this at this point. And like I could say, like old Hollywood, like okay, well, yeah, we're gonna keep seeing the same people over and over because there really isn't variety. But now we have hella streaming platforms, hella like content that's being made because everybody want to watch stuff. So I mean, like they should be a lot diverse actors, you know, especially in a higher grossing movie, like Monica Rambeau. I love her. I ain't never seen her before.
she's
Great.
been in a couple of things.
I think she's been in Mad Men, but that was it. Like you know, I
She was
mean,
also in she was in what's the show Survivor's Remorse. She was in that show, which was a really, really good show. At least season 1 was. I didn't watch season 2, but season 1.
Wait, I think I have seen her in something. Yo,
And I think she's in
WandaVision.
Yeah, she's in WandaVision. But while you're looking that up, I think I found somebody who could possibly be a good Joel. Let me know what you think. Jensen Ackles, because
Jensen Ackles.
he's from Supernatural. Dean from Supernatural.
Um,
Look wise is one thing. Okay, look wise is one thing, but acting wise, I think he could be.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He could be Tommy.
I think he could play. I think he could bring the acting chops to Joel Osteen from Last of Us.
You sure he ain't gonna be Joel's brother though?
I thought that
Well, he does look like his brother. I guess he does.
Yeah, he looked like his brother. He looked like more of his brother than for me at least than Joel. Like Tommy, yeah, his brother Tommy.
Yeah.
He look like he'll be a perfect Tommy.
He looks like it, but I think he could bring the strength to that role. But yeah, I guess some people were hoping that he could. I see it in the comments too. They're hoping he could be Nathan Drake. I think.
Oh yeah, he would knock that out the park. I think yes.
Oh yeah,
yes.
I can see that.
Yeah. I
For
think
look
that,
wise, yeah.
Yep.
Is that who?
Jensen Ackles from Supernatural, Dean.
Oh.
That's Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
That might fit actually for real. Only thing is, every time I see their characters, I always just get like I don't get a serious person. I always get like a goofy kind of. But that would kind of fit
for him. So the last movie thing that we're going to talk about before we talk about the 2 games that came out this week. So this makes me laugh and I roll my eyes a little bit. But Justice League, the Zack Snyder.
I haven't even seen the trailer yet. We're going to watch the trailer after this.
I won't go into detail about the trailer. So I will be interested to hear what you guys think about the actual trailer. But for me, when they made the first movie, because Zack Snyder had to leave because of a family situation, which you know that I no shade or any issues with that situation, completely understandable, right? Then Joss Whedon took over and refilmed a lot of stuff, right? Then the movie came out and the movie was hot poo poo, all right? Then Zack Snyder was like, well, my cut of the movie was a better cut. So everybody, it was like I don't know if you guys saw, it was like all over Twitter, all over the news. Zack Snyder cut, release the Zack Snyder cut.
Right, release the Snyder cut, yeah.
Release the
I wanted to
Snyder
see
cut.
it.
to an extreme degree, right? Because they think it was going to be better. Because mind you, he also did Batman v Superman. Okay, so it's the whole my cut would have been better thing. You got your chance, and we saw what you did. So then he's like, okay, they're like, I guess with the fan pressure, HBO and Warner Brothers are like, okay, let's do it, right? Let's do this the Zack Snyder cut. Then while more news is coming out about it. Because at first they're like, okay, they're gonna do the cut, but they're gonna release it on HBO Max, right? But then they were refilming a lot of things. They were a lot of things were changed and rewritten. So I'm like, your cut because you already wrote the movie and you already filmed your movie. Mind you, his movie was pretty much completely filmed, I believe, when he left. When Joss Whedon came and took over the Justice League, he was like, no, we're gonna reshoot and change things, right? So you pretty much had a filmed movie, but he did a lot of extra things. So I feel like it's no longer a Zack Snyder cut. It's a completely
different movie now.
Different movie, yeah. It's a remake. You're remaking what you already made and then was changed and then remaking again. But I heard that the movie might be is it 4? I was trying to look at it, but I heard it could be 4 hours or something like that.
Yeah, 4 hours or something like that. Yeah. I think it's like a series. I don't know if it's like a movie per se. I think it's more like a series now.
I think it's gonna be.
Is it legit a movie?
Yeah, I think it's gonna. And they're calling it Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's what they're calling it now. It's releasing.
I'm ready to watch.
Well, hold on. I do see something that says first episode is released March 18th. So is it?
Yeah, I thought it was a series that because
so
4 hours is long. Pieces? Yeah, they're breaking it down into pieces. Yeah, they're breaking it down into pieces. That's what I thought too.
It's not like we're going to see it in the movie theaters and we gotta.
That's why they're breaking it down into pieces.
No. But I'm saying why break it into pieces? We're at home.
We could pause it. I do prefer the breaking up though, because when I heard it was 4 hours, I'm like, it's gonna take me a week to watch this movie.
For a movie?
A movie, 4 hours, bruh.
Man, you couldn't pay me to watch that.
That's a lot. No, we know we can't pay you to watch 28 minutes of a TV show.
We know you ain't watching that.
If it's horror, I will.
It is horror.
Oh my god.
It is
horrible. It's like
horrible.
And I will say this because we didn't know each other when this movie came out. What did you guys think of Justice League? We'll start with UK. Did you see Justice League?
I didn't see it.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Okay. Dwayne, what did you think?
I just thought they rushed it. I felt like they rushed it because I think they was trying to compete with Marvel too much. And I'm like, you guys should do your own thing at your own pace. Because after they had major success after the little debacle with Batman v Superman and Justice League. Like Shazam did really well. Aquaman did very well.
Wonder Woman.
It was just and I was just like, because me and Jazz had a conversation. We were like, why are they pushing Justice League out so fast? With Marvel, they had 4 movies before they went to Avengers. So building their universe, making us care about these characters, having their own little adventures with each character, and then tying it into one thing. And with Justice League, it's like Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman. That's it. I'm like, Cyborg got to have his own movie. Aquaman got to have his own movie. Flash got to have his own movie. I'm like, we don't. And they try to put their origins all in one little movie. And I'm like, that is just too.
It was a mess.
It's too much.
Absolute mess. I do agree. I think it was this whole competitive thing instead of learning from what somebody else has done, which I somebody from the marketing team, you got degrees, right? You can't be hired for marketing unless you got a degree. So can y'all use that degree a little bit? Think a little bit.
Yeah.
Instead of hey, let me rush this out to get it out because
they just think about money. That's what they think about.
For real.
Unfortunate.
They don't care about quality. They want that money. That's it.
If you give the audience good quality, they'll be back.
You'll get the money. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes they get greedy though. They get greedy. They're like, oh, whatever. They'll put it out because it's Superman. It's Batman. They'll do it.
That was the first movie I ever legit just fell asleep from I've dozed off of movies, but that movie I was knocked out.
Which one? Justice League?
No, Batman vs Superman. Man, I woke up. It was still long. I went back to sleep.
I'm not gonna lie. I fell asleep on that too.
It took me 2 days to watch that movie.
I think I woke up around the part when they was fighting, and then I was like, Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I woke up on that part too, but I still went back to sleep. Man, when I woke up, it was time to go. Man,
Right. It was like, it wasn't like
Oh, in the theaters. In the theater.
His motivation was not good for fighting Superman. And then the resolution were like, oh, your mother's named Martha? My mother's named Martha too. Let's not fight each other.
I freaking that part. No, I think Superman had no right to, like, his whole itch for Batman was like as if Batman was driving in his Batmobile and like made a sharp turn and keyed his car with the corner of his pointer, and then he's like, oh, I'm effing up Batman, I'm get him. He had legit I get Batman's side because his character was like, except for that Martha ish, I do not condone that ish at all, but I get his mindset against Superman because that's comic book accurate. He has a contingency plan for every Justice League member because just in case they go left, okay, we got a plan to take them out if things go left. So he made sense. Superman going after him or hating him to that point made no sense. And then that whole Martha-ish, I was like, why'd you say that name? I'm like, really? Martha's a common name. Y'all both have the same mama named Martha. You was prepared to murder, not just nick Superman. He was planning to kill Superman, and because he got the same name, and then at the end of the movie, he was a hero. Ninja, what? He was trying to kill this man like yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, no, unacceptable.
Yeah. So I am gonna watch this movie because I definitely want to talk about it with you guys. I think it's gonna be hilarious to talk about. I think it's gonna be like a Wonder Woman situation. I think this is gonna be something where we're laughing about a lot of stuff that happened. I want it to be good. Like, I do want it. I want it to be good. I just extremely doubt that it's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have high hopes, but I'm not gonna expect too much.
Well, like I say, I always go into stuff with no expectations whatsoever.
I think that'll make it better.
Yeah, that would make it better.
Because I even thought, like, maybe I should rewatch Justice League before I see this one to kind of see the differences. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm just going to watch 4 hours and then to watch the other one. Nah, bro, I'm going to just watch this one.
No.
4 hours. Stop.
No.
This is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. It's going to take me a week to watch this movie.
For sure.
It comes on March 18th, and then we'll talk about it. All right, so moving on to the games. Little Nightmares 2 and Super Mario World came out this week, and both are pretty awesome. But let me know your guy. Like, we can kind of do both in one, so you can let me know how you felt about both of them. Let me know if you finished either of them yet, because I'm still actually doing both of them. I haven't finished either one yet. But Jazz, we'll start with you. Have you finished either one? Have you played either one? What do you think?
I have one more episode to go for Little Nightmares, the last chapter. I haven't done the last chapter, but I did 4 today. Okay. So that'll be coming out tomorrow. But for what is it, Super Mario World, I just downloaded it like 2 days ago, I think. And then I played it yesterday. I ain't opened it yet. I only played one level though. Like, I played one level, and then I was just like, okay. And then I went back to Animal Crossing. So like, I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying I know you tried it out for a second, and then I just went back. So it's pretty cool though. I think it's pretty cool. You get to like choose like which character you want to play as, and then like they have the option there at the bottom for like other people to tag on. I'm not gonna go though because I didn't try that yet, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, because this one released with multiplayer, online multiplayer now.
Yeah.
Because the first time they had it, it didn't have
about
that.
Little Nightmare?
No, Mario.
Oh, Mario? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I didn't try the Bowser side yet. I didn't try the Bowser side of the game yet at all.
See, and that was my question, because I haven't opened it yet, though. But, so the Bowser game, I know that's a new game. Is the Mario, is that the Mario that came out last time that just mixed it with that?
Yes, exactly that.
I kind of figured.
So what they did
more.
Yeah, they have the old game. So when you start the game, you do have the option to play the regular
Mario World,
Super Mario 3D World, or you can play the Bowser side, right? And the Super Mario World, the change is that you can play it online with multiplayer. So you used to be able to sit and play with 3 other people. Now you can do that online. So kind of like Animal Crossing, where you have people join. I'm a little nervous about that. Kay, you could kind of talk a little bit more about it, because I know you were playing it yesterday. I was lurking in your stream. But like, I know like Animal Crossing has really deterred me with Nintendo's multiplayer system.
Man, Nintendo multiplayer is always trash.
So I'm weary about doing it in the Mario realm, but it would be so much fun to do it, you know. But
I don't like Nintendo's like multiplayer. Like it's like they don't even give you a voice chat.
Yep, because they try to keep it.
I was say online multiplayer, because their
what's the point?
multiplayer is cool, but like their
online multiplayer specifically,
Yeah, online multiplayer chat. Why am I paying a subscription for this if y'all don't even have a voice chat that I have to download the app on my phone?
No, but even the app sucks. I remember me and Christine for
Yes.
Animal Crossing, and then like it would like be like little still patches. We said, you know what, just call me.
Yeah,
like,
we would just call each other. Like it made no sense. We would try it. We would, because at first we would do the texting, right? Because you can type a little, but you can use less. Right. You use less characters than you could on a tweet, which was like, it was crazy. And it was impossible to try to communicate via text, right? So we're like, all right, let's do the voice chat. We were doing the voice chat, and it was buggy. There was so many problems, so many issues.
Like, I could hear her, that couldn't. So we were just like, let's just call. We got each other's number. Let's just call each other. Just play
that is horrible.
Phone. But Kay, you played the multiplayer Super Mario. How'd you think that went versus Animal Crossing?
Honestly, I thought it was fun. I played with like 2 other friends, and we played for about a good 2 hours. So I think we got to like World 4 or 3. It actually didn't play bad. Like,
okay,
if I play games like Smash Bros. Something, I'm always having like latency issues and lagging.
Okay.
Jumping around all over the place. It actually ran pretty decent. Like, we didn't have like struggle running it.
Okay.
You know, but if you're playing with a troll friend, you know,
that's taking all the cheating.
Hey, it's gonna always be chaos.
The person I played with her last night.
Yeah. But Bowser's Fury, I accidentally beat that yesterday. Yeah.
How you accidentally beat a game?
It was an accident. You know, I was just playing through, collecting all the little cat shine things, and I ended up beating it, and I was like,
okay.
It's a victory over the screen. He's like, damn.
But yeah, I would say I loved the first Super Mario World. So the fact that it's on the Switch, I think it looks cleaner. I feel it's a little bit submersive, or immersive, not submersive, but immersive than the first one. And it could just be because it's new. That could be the thing for me. But the Bowser side was just, it's gorgeous. You can tell that they really took the time. They learned from Super Mario Odyssey, and really added a lot of the beauty. Odyssey was so much fun. They added a lot of the beauty. The Bowser side feels more like freaking Mario 64 mixed with like Odyssey.
Sunshine.
Some people were saying
good,
Sunshine.
man.
Some people were saying Sunshine, but I never played Sunshine. But yeah, it's like not Galaxy. Super Mario World, or Super Mario Odyssey, excuse me, mixed with Super Mario, like Nintendo 64 Mario. That was like where you can run around.
Combo.
It is so much fun. My gosh, it was the like, I could not contain. There's one thing I'm gonna just tell you, right? That's super effing cute. Okay, on the Bowser side, because you know there's like this kitty power, right? Because everybody's got cat suits, right?
Baby Bowser.
On the Bowser side, no, he's whatever. There are actual.
I love Bowser Jr.
Well, no, I mean
he's whatever. He's whatever.
he's whatever. The actual freaking cuteness is, they have like these little cats on the freaking island, okay? And you can pick up the cats. Like if you're in the cat suit, they'll come and they'll like, you know, not pet you, but I don't know what they'll be, what's the word? Like not, they'll purr, but they'll be intimate with you, like, you know.
Intimate.
No, okay, not that way. I don't know what to say. They'll caress you. What's a cat?
Caress you.
Well, use grooming. They're grooming you.
Grooming, thank you.
Grooming me. Oh, come on. What age?
No
me, girl.
No win. Okay, but yeah, they're so sweet. But then if you're like regular Mario and you go up, they run away from you. It's just these little things that they put in the Bowser side that is so I love it. I freaking love
like
it.
Bowser Jr.
Well, you get him too. He's there, you know. So
I saw. I was like, oh, he looks dope.
you can with him. You know, that's cool.
He's dope. He got his
Bowser
little
Jr. is so
look.
petty.
I love Bowser Jr. Man, I love all the Koopas. Kids.
But it's a lot of fun. Little Nightmares too. These people were like, hey, Tarsier Studios was like, hey, the first game we made was really cool and all, but let's up the scary. Let's up the creepy. Okay. I had a few terrifying moments in Little Nightmares too. And I'm only just starting, like I'm midway in the school chapter. And I had like a couple like the one scream where a jump scare happens, and because it's still relatively new, so I won't spoil it, but like the jump scare happens, and I literally stopped playing. I just sat there with my head like this in my hands because I was not.
That's your story for every horror game you play. You know that, right?
Listen, that means it's really good. When I just scream, that's one thing. But when I have to stop playing to catch my breath, you hurt me. Okay, that was like a physical.
Like, I'm done.
A physical attack. I'm still gonna play more. I'm gonna play some more tonight. But like, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. What do you guys, Dwayne? What do you think of? Wait, you haven't played it.
I didn't play.
You didn't play either.
I didn't even play one. I didn't even.
Oh,
play
you
one.
got to. You got to.
So you guys got that.
They look good. I keep meaning to play. They look good.
I keep playing, but I'm like, it don't look scary to me. I don't know. I don't know. It don't look scary.
It look eerie as me. I like the feel. It gives off that like, ooh, that looks creepy.
It's hella eerie.
I like that.
And they have the second one, I think, took some audio notes from Outlast. You know, sometimes you play Outlast and then you hear just, like, it's like a choir in the background as the soundtrack, their voices. There was moments of that in the second game. And I was like, oh my gosh, is this Outlast? I feel like, PTSD from those days. Outlast was also terrifying.
Outlast was great.
I couldn't finish either one.
Outlast, it was fun. I like part one the most, but they both were good.
I couldn't finish either one. They was just too much for me.
Outlast got Big Bertha, what I call it.
Oh, that guy.
Big Bertha.
Big ass dude.
Yes.
Tall.
No.
But Kay, what'd you think of Little Nightmares?
I actually ended up finishing. Yeah, I beat that one too by accident.
Accidentally beating games, and they telling her to go in the kitchen.
Look, listen, I don't be trying to like beat games in one sitting, but it's just like sometimes like I'm like really into it and I'm like I have to know what happens, so I just end up like playing it for I think I beat it in like 6 hours, I want to say roughly. So it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. 6 hours it's like normal for me. But
running through games.
Yo,
she do.
A
game cut
Let's
out.
Play channel at this point.
Well,
You need to make the little speed run, Jones.
Yes.
Play Resident Evil and see how quickly.
Yes, you should do like a
I'll turn a
time
brand new
lapse
game.
video. Because she streams it on Twitch, and the thing is like, well, a new game will come out. I'll be like, all right, this is the game we're gonna talk about this week. I'm like, all right, Kay, yeah, I beat it.
I beat it. I need to start beating more games, bro. Because I'll be playing a brand new game. Not even saying it's boring. Like I just playing a brand new game, and I'll just be hearing like Lucy or Junkrat in my head. But I'm about to play the
The voices.
I have to make myself commit.
Yeah,
You're
like, oh, break it down. Fire in the hole. All right, turn this shit off. Let's play.
Junkrat's laughing in his ear.
Somebody get me some mittens.
And then switch over.
And I tell myself lies. Like, oh yeah, I'm playing this. Like the medium. Like it was good. I was playing it. The medium. Whatever. I was playing it, and I was like, and it was hella good. But I just kept seeing Lucio boop and stuff. I'm like, I'm about to play Overwatch. I'm about to play medium.
Me too, bro. I be feeling the same way. I be like,
addiction.
man.
He's like,
we'll talk about it podcast.
Joe Rogan.
I'll play later.
Scratching.
I feel that with the medium too. Like the medium is not a bad game because people are asking me like if I stop playing it and stuff. And it's like it's not that I stop playing it.
It's good.
Having more fun playing Little Nightmares and like other games right now. So that's why I just paused on it.
Yeah, you had the right. You had the right to kill off games. You know what I'm saying? You had the
And
right
take
to
a
chill off
minute.
games.
Yeah.
Come back to it later.
Like with Christina Persona. I'm still ready to talk to her about that.
Yeah, I had to take a little chill on Persona.
chill.
Just a little chill. The issue also is like it was just the time. I have to shake off a little bit of that time, because I stopped it. I was playing Last of Us 2 at the time, or the first Last of Us, excuse me. I was playing Last of Us, and then the whole summer of 2020 was going down, and I like took a week off of YouTube and came back, and I was like, all those games I was playing, I ain't continuing right now.
See, and I used to do that, but I was like, but when you're spending money on games, I'm like, okay, I have a problem. I try to just finish it because I know once I stop playing and I'm not touching it again for years,
Especially with RPG.
So I train myself to just like sit there and like knock it out the way, even if it takes me a few streams to like finish it. I'm just like, all right, let me go ahead and beat it, because if I don't beat it now, I'm not touching it again.
I hope to beat Little Nightmares and Mario. Those are my current, like, I will finish these games. I will beat these games, I said I'll beat them, but I meant the games. All right, so zipping into WandaVision.
Let's go.
Okay, WandaVision. So we're going to start off again with our non-spoilery part, and then we're going to go into spoilers, all right? Non-spoiler, I'm still mad the fact that we wait weekly for this ish. It's we're in 2021. We need to do better.
I saw something that's saying that the last 3 episodes they are confirmed to be 1 hour.
Someone tweeted,
yeah. They said it's confirmed to be 1 hour, so we don't have to worry about that.
Did they ask with the credits, or are the credits going to be 20 minutes now?
They better start speeding them damn credits up. They better start speeding them credits up, bro. It's getting ridiculous at this point.
It is. The episode won't start till a minute in. All right, I looked this time. A minute in between intro, recap, and
that long ass Marvel Studios.
Yeah, all that.
Right, I'm like, we don't need that. We don't need that either.
Dun 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 dun. All right, yes, I love it. Let's get started.
Right.
But all right, we'll start. Jazzy, your non-spoiler quick bite of the episode.
Okay. Trying to say it without spoiling. I'm
non-spoiler.
Sorry. It was revealing. some of my theories, it was revealing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. All right.
I can't try to explain it.
No, it's fine. We're here now. So, okay, what's your non-spoiler bite about this latest episode of WandaVision?
It was like a simulation.
I want more on
to me, and it was revealing like a lot of stuff that I felt about Wanda, what she was going through. I might have hit it on the nail.
Okay. D, your non-spoiler bite.
Non-spoiler. Shoot, I don't know, man. It's hard not to spoil this. It was Halloween. Is that spoiler?
No, it's not.
That's not a spoiler.
I like not spoiler. I like what they're doing with the outfits. How they had their old comic book outfits.
Right.
They had Scarlet Witch old outfit and Vision's old outfit and somebody else's old outfit.
Oh, somebody else's. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. That's why I stop it right there.
I got you. All right. My non-spoiler bite would be there was a little bit of sadness and a little bit of, oh my. I definitely said that. A little sadness and oh my, a whole George Takei. So that's the non-spoiler review.
That was a great non-spoiler review for us,
We're about to dive in, okay? All right.
I know. I'm ready to dive into it.
Hold on. We're gonna dive in. D. Look at my fingers. Spoiler. You have been warned. So, oh my gosh, on the ending of this episode. My. I won't dip to the ending. Let's walk through it a little bit, okay? So it seems like, some of the questions that this is also again more proof that she's not in control, because she was asking Pietro, yes, we said spoiler. Pietro, where'd you come from? Like, how'd you get here? And he was like, one moment he was shot in the street, and then he heard her, and so he came. And I don't believe that. I don't think I think that that's someone else, or
yeah.
I don't think that I don't believe that.
I believe him, but I don't think that he brought himself here. Like somebody else does not want to brought him here, but I believe him that like, yeah, like I got shot up and the next thing I'm here. So I don't know what's going on either. Like, I feel like that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But like somebody brought him. I think somebody that probably Mephisto brought him. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kay, what do you want to say? You look like you got something to say.
I think it's Hydra.
Hell Hydra.
I think it has
really?
something
Okay.
to do with Hydra because, like, going back to what Jazzy said about Agnes, like, like, okay, it was a scene where like Vision had like found her before he kind of like exited out of the
Bubble.
yeah, the bubble.
The bubble.
And I genuinely think nothing was wrong with her. I think she was faking the whole entire time. Like,
yeah.
Oh, really?
because you know
Yeah.
how like he do the thing to like kind of have them snap out of like whatever control they was under.
Mhm.
She was still talking before like he even did that, and then
Yeah.
like she was like, you died. Like she was trying to like trigger something in him as if she
Yeah.
was baiting him to like walk out because she knew he would like it would kill him or something like that. Like something, I don't know. Like I just know like Jazzy was right. She's definitely a villain. She's definitely a witch because she was wearing a witch costume as well,
She was.
which
She
confirmed
was.
that she was one. And then like we still haven't seen her husband that she still calls like
Ralph?
Ralph. Yeah, like where is Ralph? Like, so I think Hydra's involved, and it was just a lot going on in that episode. But I'm gonna let y'all take over. But
I wonder if because the Hydra thing, it's been kind of teased in those commercials. In a lot of the commercials, there's been like Hydra, like the watch had Hydra. There was like some other. Was it the toaster also? Like there was other things that had
Stark Toaster, the Strucker watch,
Yep.
the
Oh, the
Hydra soap.
then they had one in that episode. They what was it, like yogurt or something?
Yeah, where they let the child die. I was like, oh, they're okay,
that
Disney.
was the darkest shit I've ever seen them do. He was like, snack on your magic, bruh. I was like, what the hell commercial is this?
Right. Where he died, I was like, okay. I was like, oh, clearly he's gonna eat this and then come back. But no, he kept struggling to open that yogurt, and the kid died. I
And
was
died.
like,
And
oh
the
wow,
way they killed him was like, whoa,
Right.
this is kid friendly?
deteriorated completely.
And
I
he
was
was
like,
surrounded by water, you know.
Right.
Like,
And wasn't that like a crab by him too? Could have snacked on?
he could
Yo.
have. He could have had some crab legs. You
We
know?
gonna stack on your magic, bruh. And the little shark dip. You could at least open it for him, bro.
Or
You
use
gonna
his
stack on
tooth.
your magic, bro.
Use his tooth and open it up for him. Give it to him. He's like,
Right.
nah, kid, I'm out. Deuces. And just let the kid die. That was a pretty like crazy commercial. It was the craziest one they had.
Everybody was scratching their head like, what the hell does this mean? Everything else was like regular, and this was like, yo, magic, bro.
Right. I was wondering about that. But like the whole thing with Hayward. At first, because I obviously he's up to something, right? He's definitely up to something.
for sure.
Because he was definitely more like, because you were, and mind you, these people too nice. Monica's way too nice. When he said it's a good thing you didn't see your mama die, I said, don't be talking about my mama. I'm surprised you didn't punch him in the face. I wanted to punch him in the face.
When
Facts.
you said that, I was like, man,
Facts.
I would have.
I said, I can't believe this, bro.
No. Don't forgive him.
Don't
right?
forget your acting interim director, bitch.
Thank you, but my mama started the company, bitch. You better back about my face. But I was like, I wanted her to pop off or say something.
But
do something.
she's about the mission, though. That's how professional she is.
Focused. She's
She-
focused.
Man, I would
I
have
don't
had to
care
break
about none
out
of
of
that.
my professionalism to beat his ass. Like I'm sorry. No, you're not
Professionally.
talking about my mom that died from cancer that I didn't even get to see die.
Right?
Ooh.
Ooh, you know what?
Mind you, and the mom was probably sad because her daughter disappeared. Right
Yep.
there.
Right.
And
That
then
probably
2
made it worse.
years, right? And then to
That
find out
stress
that
made
your
it
mama
worse.
died. Nah, bro, don't you dare. I would professionally. I was taught these skills. I will use these skills on
I'm
you.
like, somebody need to call HR. What's going on? You can't be saying shit like that to people.
Yeah, F
I don't
HR.
care what part of the government you in.
They can take the slap too. She could be like the slap guy. That video I sent y'all. Slap
Right.
him and slap HR as they come to try to get her. Slap everybody else as they come in.
Right. What the hell?
That pissed me off. So he's definitely on some type of
He's on the on-site list.
yes.
I gotta
on
write
site.
it down. Actually, I gotta write it down on the board.
For sure. So the whole thing with Vision, which the show is kind of unlocking as Vision's walking through the outer skirts of the city or the neighborhood. He knows that Wanda is up to something. He doesn't understand completely what's happening, but he knows he can't trust her. So he lied to her, told her he was on the watch doing a stroll, right? And then when she met up with Herb, that was another thing. Because Herb was like, oh, no, he's off tonight. And then she seemed a little bothered. He's like, oh, do you want us to make a change or something? Like, he made that statement, kind of like Agnes did when she's like, oh, do you want me to take it from the top? Do you want me to start over? And she's like, so it's like unleashing more that the people in this town are kind of, they are not 100% under her control, but they are like 98%. And they're like asking her like, hey, do you want me to start over? We want to make sure you're okay. We want to make sure you're good, that you're happy with what we're doing. Please let us know if we need to start over. You know, that whole type of thing.
Like she's an A-list actor or something. Like, you know, how they be, you know, accommodating. Yeah.
Yes, like overly accommodating where it's sad as a grown man that he's asking her this that was sad and very something I have seen, and I'm just like, oh.
Well, I think they're doing that out of fear. I was like,
I agree.
And like with Monica, when Monica was doing something that she wasn't supposed to do or said whatever she wasn't supposed to say about Pietro, and she's like, what did you say? And she was like, oh no, or whatever. And then she just like got her out of there. Like she, like at that point, that confirmed that Monica did have powers, and that if that was like a regular person without powers, they would have been dead. Mm-hmm. Like they would have been dead with that. So I think that's why everybody's just like, oh, like, do you need me to change something? Because we want you to be happy, so that way you don't cut my head off. Like I just want to stay alive. That's what I think it is.
One thing though for me also is that, so what you mentioned about her having powers now, that the show is using this because you only saw her introduced as a kid in Captain Marvel, right?
Yeah.
And you know that she is a character that does have powers later on in the Marvel universe. So I think what they used was this bubble to give her powers, and that's how I think like logically they included it, as well as I think my theory is that this is how they are going to introduce mutants and stuff. They're not going to do an X-Men movie, but I think they're going to introduce mutants with this whole thing of mutating DNA from anyone who was affected by being in the bubble, and therefore them and their children will now have new type of DNA, new type of strain. So that's my theory of that's an introduction that they're doing. And so one thing though with Monica, right? And this this part I put on writing, and I doubt that this was an Easter egg for a future, thing that we'll see later. But like Hayward being a go hard, we now know obviously he's up to something else, right? If at the end he was just serious about his job, then his whole arc was stupid as hell. Okay, whole thing is stupid. If that's like, oh, I really care about the world, and that was the reason he was like a jerk, then okay, F you, go out in space. But like for her, I feel like she was kind of like really like, I get you being like, hey, she protected me when she pulled me out of there, but she is too confident and too go hard on the mindset that Wanda is extremely innocent, that it's like I feel like they're both ignoring the middle ground. Like Hayward was like, she's a villain. She did, the stuff in Civil War. She attacked the Avengers at first. She's not a good guy. And then Monica is like, well, she protected me. She's a great person. Whereas in the middle, no, we saw her go and take the body, right? We saw her go and take the body, which someone on Twitter, which D responded to as well, they were saying that maybe there was something else going around because nobody else responded, so maybe it was her magic, or maybe they were in a trance. Yeah,
nobody.
Like
she
that.
Walked in the sword, base,
facility,
and just nobody stopped her. Nobody pulled no guns out, and everybody just pretended like she was invisible.
So my thing is they're too hard on their sides that they're both avoiding the middle ground, and that I don't think that's good writing, and I don't think that that's got purpose. What about you guys? What do you think?
Well, I think.
Go ahead, Charlie. Go ahead,
Charlie. Charlie, you tell us, Charlie.
I'm playing. Y'all finish this little show. I'm playing.
The little show. Okay, I'm gonna hit you with a little something.
Right there, like when they showed that clip of like her going to get Vision, and like when she went in there, nobody was like trying to stop her or anything. I feel like that might partly be Wanda again, Because if she's able to take control of people in this town and make them believe something completely different from what's actually happening, I believe that she could make it somehow in their mind that like she's not walking in there, making it like she's not there or something in their minds. Like she can mess with their minds a little bit and be like, oh, ignore me or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they'll ignore her and she can just do what she does. That's what I think.
She did also make the statement where she said that she doesn't know how this happened when Pietro was asking her.
Yeah.
What you mean? Like how she got there?
Like how she got there, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
and how's she doing this? He was like, how are you know?
Where'd you get these kids from? Yeah, because remember Vision
all
was
the
like...
kids for the children. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like no kids around and now there's like a gazillion kids.
Like, where you been hiding these kids?
Yeah. And she's
I
like
the way that he was asking the question.
I felt like he was probing. I feel like he was someone who was probing to find out more information. It could be that it could. I don't know how he got. I don't know. I don't know. But I felt like he was probing. I felt like he was trying to get more information from her.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, she was trying to do the same thing to him when
she don't believe that's her brother either, though.
She didn't believe that was truly him, so that's why she asked him the question, like, "Oh, like when we were kids, who used to bully you?" You know, so, like one of those questions, like only this person would know the answer. So then that's why he was like, "Oh, you're testing me." So then I feel like that's why he was testing her, like, you know, like where'd you get these from, then? And then she's like, "What happened to your accent?" He said, "What happened to yours?" Like, so it's like. You want to question me? I'll question you.
I feel like that question was for people who watch the show because, you know, the whole season she has not had an accent except for the one moment where she went out and turned the guns on Hayward. That's when you heard a little bit of an accent. So I think that was like fan service, the asking of where's your accent? Well, where's yours type of thing. Vision at the end, okay, when he was walking out. And that now we got an answer to what happens if you try to leave or enter the bubble. If you try to leave or enter the bubble, you slowly get torn to shreds. I think that's I get why you would do that after a man just shot a missile at you. So I'll leave that there. I get why. Yeah. I completely understand. He tried to shoot him while your kids were behind you. So I get you putting that up. But this also showed that both of the kids have powers. One's a speedster. What is his power?
The other one has Wanda's powers.
Wanda's powers. Okay.
Yeah, that's Wiccan.
Okay. And then, when he was like dying and that chick, what was her name? Darcy was like, oh, help him, he's dying. And I was just like, oh, if they kill him again, I can't watch this.
Yeah, it's just like, damn, I said they got finished for killing this man, like I swear. Yeah, and then when Pietro was like, he can't die twice,
yeah,
like,
she was like,
she just tossed him. I'm like, yo, it's not like he can die twice, right? That was like, oh no.
Or 3 times. Did he say twice or 3 times? Because he died
twice.
He did die twice.
Yeah, he did die. That's why she pushed him, because she's like, oh, this is not my brother. I don't know who this guy is. He said some disrespectful stuff like that.
Everybody was disrespectful. Hayward and this guy. They'll be in the toxic chats of Xbox 360. The both of them.
Yeah, 100%.
I still haven't answered. I still have a question that needs to be answered, though, which is the force field or the barrier and then Vision. Because when Vision walked out of the thing, because remember I said if things are real inside, will it be real outside? So with him being dead and then being brought back to life in there, if he walks out, will he still be alive again? So like when he walked out, that was when the red barrier was on. So that's when it looked like he got hurt because of that barrier.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, so if the red barrier was never there and it was like the normal one, will he still be alive if he walked out? Or will they make him go back to his dead state? I don't know that yet.
I think he would be.
I think he would be. Yeah. I agree. I think he would be, because I think exactly like what you said, the red barrier started to rip him apart and he was feeling pain. I think if it was a situation where he would die, if he was dead, then when he'd come out, I think he would have just dropped or changed instantly. It wouldn't have been slow as if it is killing something that is alive.
Because I mean, they obviously put that scene in with, they wanted the audience to see Wanda change the outside barrier to red, because she wouldn't have done it if it didn't matter. We wouldn't have seen it if it didn't matter. So I think her making the barrier red like that is done on purpose for the audience to like know like that this is now she means business, especially what happened before that. So I think if they didn't have the red hex around, like, you know, the barrier, that he probably would be able to just leave out of the barrier, but we still don't know. We still don't know yet.
I think he would be able to leave. I think he would have been able to if he didn't have that barrier. And then the oh my gosh part of the moment, the fact that before we get to that, this is one thing that did annoy me about Monica, where I feel like her and Hayward were on such polar opposites that no one was like, okay, maybe she could be a little bit bad and a little bit good. Like, there's a little bit more to the story, where Darcy's like, hey, you can't go back in there because it is on a metabolic level changing you, right?
Yeah.
She shows her her labs and all this other stuff because she broke into hacked Hayward's stuff, right? So you find out that she's which also proves that Hayward is more evil, because you found out that she's DNA wise changing, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna kick you out, and I'm not gonna tell you that, hey, you might want to get checked out. Your DNA is kind of changing. Like,
you kind of got a magical STD. You might want to go get yourself checked out, sweetheart.
Something.
Oh, by the way, we could track vision because it was vibranium. We put a tracker inside of him, so we knew where he was the whole time. It's just, you know, I didn't want to tell you. That's why I think it was a setup from the beginning.
Oh, to send her. But like her being so go hard. Wait, go ahead.
Maybe that's what's her name?
Agnes.
Agnes' husband.
Ooh.
That's why I think it's high.
Ralph.
I think
what is Hayward's first name?
In disguise.
I don't know.
Well, I'm afraid I'm not gonna look it up because I don't want to see I don't want to see no
and
nothing
she wasn't confirmed as a real person in there.
They did not.
Like, she wasn't tracked. So that means she's been planting.
Oh yeah, I remember the first scene of the show when she had like naughty on her butt, and then they also credited her in the beginning of the show.
Oh yes,
they just said Agnes. Yeah, I was like, huh.
It didn't say a full name. It just said.
It didn't say a full name. It says Agnes. Right. I'm just like.
Vision. It said the Vision, like for Agnes.
Right. True. And now she's getting credited now all of a sudden. Okay.
It is. So then Go Hard Monica was like, hey, I got a guy that can get me back into the bubble, which I wanted more information about that. How is he going to get you back into the bubble? But whatever. And then he's like,
her guy is Reed Richards.
Yeah, it might be Reed Richards. It might be.
I feel like it is.
It might be Reed Richards.
Side note, I hope that I don't know what's his real name? The guy from The Office. People want him to be Jim.
Yeah, Jim from The Office.
I want him to be Mr. Fantastic. Really? And I want his wife to be the Invisible Woman. She can kick butt. His wife is from Quiet Place. That's actually his wife. From The Quiet
Place. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want them to do it. I think they could. He's a good actor. He makes good movies. So I think he can. Let's make it happen, Captain. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
And he's tall, so you could do the whole stretch thing. Like, oh, it looked like I stretched, didn't it? Oh, okay. But yes. So getting back to this, that would be cool. That would be really cool. So then that makes sense that they could do like those drops where later you realize that, oh, her friend is somebody else that they want to introduce into the Marvel universe.
Universe, yep. It has to be. It's too much setup. There's a lot of they've been doing a lot of setup since episode one.
Yeah. In a way, I guess they do have to make up for lost time because normally we have movies to do this for us.
Yeah.
And we haven't had one in a while.
But also, where's Dottie?
Who's Dottie again? Dottie? Oh yeah.
Dottie.
The Queen Bee. Queen Bee. Huh. Where's she been at? I haven't seen her. You would think she would be the main person to be out in Halloween inspecting people's yards and outfits and costumes.
Right. But the way that they set her up.
Right. They set her up as to be like the Queen Bee of the neighborhood. And we haven't seen the Queen Bee since that episode.
And I haven't seen any of the other wives outside of Agnes, because you see, what is his name? The guy that was like, I have to call my sister. You see him a lot. You see Herb a lot. You see Agnes. But you don't see, and did you see, I think you saw the hearts maybe twice, but outside of that, you don't see any of those other people from that episode. For the children.
I don't know. For the children, and all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of them now. And
now, Wanda was like, I bet my husband is dying. well, he ain't never gonna die. All of y'all are in the bubble. And it was just like this expansion where when he was like Hayward, and he only escaped with 3 people out of that whole base. Everybody's a part of a circus now, which I cannot wait to see how that's
clowns.
They are clowns. Charlie's. I heard Charlie say clown when I was watching
I heard say clown too. Legit turned into clown.
Did not see what she turned into. That's the only one we haven't seen.
Yeah, we haven't seen Darcy turn into.
Yeah.
Oh, fudge.
She wanted to say the real word. She wanted to. They've been kind of teasing that, where she'll go to say the word and then they just switch to something else. Like it happened a couple of times in the season.
Like, remember, we're still Disney.
Yeah.
But we getting this is our edgy. This is our edgy.
Our edgy. Yeah. This is how edgy is done. Ish. This is still light though. This is still light. But like
still light.
Yeah, so like I am interested for the next season, and then I want to know what, not next season, next episode or the rest of the season. I want to hear from you guys, but I'm interested to see how much larger is this bubble now. Is it still the shape of a hexagon? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did the shape change? Because I think if it stays the same, then that definitely is a clue. If it stays the same, and then I want to know who's behind this, because I don't think she is the only person involved
behind this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a lot of unknowns right now, and eventually I think like now this is an Avengers level threat now. Like when she expanded it.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, now you're like, okay, now we have to get the Avengers, because she ain't playing no more. She's expanding this thing, and people are legit like under her control. Like they have no free will. They're like doing what, like that lady that was doing the laundry or whatever. She was crying with that one shed of tear.
That was so sad.
Imagine just doing this all day, like, but you there, but you can't do anything. You just freaking like
that made me think like
forth.
Those people that don't really move, do they eat? Do they? I mean, is she peeing her? She's got a tear. I think she's got to be peeing on herself, pooping on herself, standing there. Like no, not as like. I mean, that's funny, but that's also extremely sad. Like to be standing there while you're like, no, I get why you laugh, but it's also like really sad to like imagine like doing this and you see her crying. She's got to be like bodily fluids, and the kids that appeared magically but may have still been there. I don't know. You know, we don't know where these kids came from.
Where they came from.
But like, what if all these kids are going to be mutants because they didn't exist and now they do?
I heard a theory that they was dead.
The kids were dead?
The kids were like in the cemetery somewhere, and she just.
Oh my gosh. Listen, you guys were saying, hey, what if everybody's dead? And I was like, Disney's not that edgy enough for that. But after that, Yo Magic, I'm like, you know what?
I was disturbing as hell. I was like, he was just sitting there trying to open that damn piece of Go-Gurt.
That poor kid.
It just wasn't opening.
Use the rock, every day.
I was like, yeah, do something, man. Use your teeth. Shit. Like, come on. But he turned. I was like, that's the darkest thing I've ever seen them do so far.
Right. So they could. I mean, we know they're not actually dead because we've seen more of the show. But now I know they can go that way. Like they.
Yeah, and the corpses. Don't forget, Pietro turned into like a corpse with the bullet wounds.
Yes.
They did another jump scare like that. So they definitely going dark with these other movies.
That's true. That's true.
And then Deadpool's coming. He's R-rated for sure.
He is, and they said they're gonna let him be. They said they're gonna let him.
Please let him be. Like, there's no problem.
Yeah, please don't try to change it. But one of the things I am also interested to see is like Vision. Like he is my most important person right now, because after having some marital, they're not really talking, they're not really cool. Like, which one thing about this episode was really cool is that it was kind of like. What's his name? Max in the Middle? Not Max in the Middle. Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah, because it was like from his point of view. He's like talking to, and he was like saying how mom and dad, they're not bad. They're just different. And I was like, oh, little baby, little baby. But, that they're having like a little bit of a tiff. And then to learn that he was actually dead, and then he walks out and then is dying while these guys are just standing there like buttheads. And then for the bubble to expand, I'm really interested to see this marital conversation next time they talk to each other. Like, you were lying about being on the watch. I'm like, well, you was lying about everything. I'm not alive, Right,
I'm an Avenger. I am an Avenger, and I died.
Right.
And he was like, what's an Avenger? He doesn't know what it is. He still doesn't know what it is.
I avenge things, but I don't know what I avenge.
So it's
my God.
It's sad. So what other theories, like, okay, what theories or more things are you looking forward to after seeing this episode? More questions that you want answered?
From what I'm seeing from last episode, like, I think my theory about Hydra might come into play.
The Hayward's Hydra?
Yeah, like there's some villains in act here, and then like I mean they mentioned Avengers, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna like just kind of like pull everything together as far as like who's behind it, and then like we like I do still believe that Wanda, she's like just going through this emotional trauma, like she's aware of what she's doing, but like she doesn't want to like accept like, you know, what happened. So she's just like she's forcing things to like come back to life, and I don't know, like it's just crazy. But I'm just ready to see or have confirmation on like a lot of the theories that we had, and just like have them piece it together. Like I'm just ready to like know what happens.
I'm good, Teacup. I'm good.
What?
Because they're saying poor Charlie.
This is always the longest part of the podcast. Too. They talk about this show for like an hour.
No, that is not even true. We only talked for 30 minutes. I've been looking at the time, sir.
On this topic.
This topic was 30 minutes. We spent an hour and a half on everything else. Okay.
It's longer for him though.
Yeah, it is longer for him. It feels like forever for him. Okay. But yes, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing. One thing that I saw that I will share, and then I'll end my part so we can alleviate Charlie's boredom. But I saw this thing IGN posted, I think, on Twitter about them interviewing the guy that plays Detective Wu, right? And
Jimmy Woo, yeah.
Jimmy Woo. And they were asking him questions about the show, like about this, when he was an Ant-Man and everything. But the last question they asked him was, who were you looking for? Who is that person that you went to Westview to look for? And he was like, can't talk about that. I can't talk about that. And then ended it there. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. So at least we know for a fact that it's not just nothing. It's not just
true.
Absolutely nothing. But there's some interest. So I will ask you, this is my last question, Charlie. Okay, my last question is, who do you...
You know when you're in school and class almost let out?
That's how he feels.
He be like, F that teacher and his class. So let's
go. Wow. Okay, hold on. And this is, am I the teacher and we're the class? I want to know. Listen.
You're the teacher right now. I ain't gonna cap.
Okay. You know what, Charlie? I'm gonna call you after. I'll curse you out.
What time is lunch?
You don't get no lunch. You gotta write my name is Charlie on the board 1,500 times. Okay. So who do you think, after seeing everything we've seen to this point, right? And we think that Reed Richards, which I'm so excited. I hope that's the case for Monica, like who that attachment will be, and we may see that we should see that before the season's done. But
hopefully.
Who do you think he might be looking for now that we've got more information? Who do you think that is the person he was looking for, possibly? I'll start with you, D.
You talking about who Monica was looking for?
No, Jimmy Woo.
Jimmy Woo. I think Ralph.
You think he's wrapped up in that?
I think Ralph. I think definitely is Ralph. I think he's definitely looking for Ralph.
I'm about to read
Ralph.
in the chat.
Yeah, Ralph. That's what he was looking for.
Okay.
That's the same person. They said they didn't know he like disappeared or something. They couldn't find him or something. I forgot what was the person they were looking for. They couldn't say, and I think it's Ralph.
Okay. Bless you.
Bless you.
Dang. Yeah, that was loud and cute at the same time. You're like, at you? It's kind of like a Pikachu, like if you're a Pokemon.
Pikachu sneeze.
Right, that was like a Pokemon sneeze. At you?
I was trying to hold it so much because I don't want people in the chest now if she got COVID. Like, oh my God. Right. Trying to hold it in. Like I walked twice. And I was trying to hold it in, then that sneeze had to come out.
That's funny. That's funny. Sneezes are hard. If you hold that in, they hurt. They're painful.
It does. I gotta let it out before I get like a glitch or something. I don't know.
Before you get a glitch?
Yeah, my body gonna glitch out. Sorry.
So, Kay, who do you think he could be looking for?
I have to go with Dwayne on this one. Maybe Ralph.
Okay. He is the only person we haven't seen that they've mentioned. They've named. Jazz, what about you?
I still think it's Ralph. Yeah, I feel like it is. Cause we don't even know, like if the person that they were looking for would have came up on the screen, like when they was watching the shows, then we would be like, oh, that's who I'm looking for. But like he's never seen the person,
right?
So he's never seen Ralph. So that's why I'm like, I think that's Ralph. I don't know.
It's also uncanny that from that moment, it has never come up again. No one's like, oh, by the way, did you see the guy you were looking for? Or, hey, by the way, who's the guy? It was just mentioned that one time and never mentioned again.
Very true. Very true.
So I'm interested to see. But that was episode 6, all new Halloween Spooktacular. Okay. Episode of WandaVision. So I'm excited to see what happens in next episode. But before we close out, thank you guys who are watching us live on YouTube and for staying with us for the 2 hours that we were talking, which are cool, which are fun. I had a lot of fun. But also be sure to listen to the audio version wherever you listen to podcasts: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. There's a list. The list is endless. The link is in the description box below, so definitely check us out. And also, before we close out, let the beautiful people watching and listening know where they can find you. And if you have something upcoming, shout it out. We'll start with you, Dwayne.
At Dwayne King, instead of an I, it's a Y, everywhere. And yeah, I don't have anything coming up. That's it.
He streams on Twitch, so.
Stream on Twitch. Yep, there you go.
Here we go.
On the daily. Boom.
But that's it. Yeah.
Charlie.
Oh, same thing. Hey, Charlie everywhere.
Okay. Okay.
This part don't require a lot.
No, but like you can shout out like, hey, you can check out my YouTube channel. I post every day. Like, this is opportunity, like, here, take the floor. Tell me something that you want the people to know.
Look, I talk always up until we get to WandaVision, and at that point, my battery die.
Deuces. F you. Okay.
I guess you could find me being sweaty and beating games in one setting and on Twitch, LadyKayleee, Twitter and YouTube.
All right, and Jazzy?
Jazzy Guns everywhere. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Have Little Nightmares come tomorrow. That's it.
Okay. I love this. I love that we're all talking about the things we doing. It's great. Okay. You can find me. Also, Jazzy. You can also find an article about her on LifeWire.com. Okay. Be sure to check it out.
I got in trouble again. I'm like, what I do?
What I do this time? Damn, he should be on me. Right.
No, because I did call her and fuss at her because I found it. And
she didn't say hello. She just was like,
young lady.
Young lady, come to my office right now. Principal AY.
She's like, what I do?
We're going over the PA.
Right.
Jazzy Guns, go to the principal's office.
Please come
Jazzy
down
Guns.
to the office. Jazzy Guns, please come down.
Whole class and be like, ooh.
I see she giving you some snacks, some Chick-fil-A.
I'm just going to the doctor, y'all. My God.
That's funny. But yes, you can find me, iChristine, everywhere. I will be streaming possibly tonight.
And her LifeWire article. So she wants to put mine out.
Yeah, and her LifeWire article as well.
You got one too.
So you got one too.
This ain't about me. I said, what do y'all want to shout out about? What y'all?
Yes.
I want to shout you out.
Let me. The stream is ended, y'all. Don't talk anymore. Stream shut down. No, but yes, you can find me at Christine everywhere. We love you guys as always, and I'm not gonna say my regular closing.
You was about to.
I was.
You was about to. She was about to say it.